Aqui é Corinthians. Hoje é dia de fúria. É vapo. Custa um. Vai, mano. Vai estar é bonito, viu?
Puxa na fera. Campeão.
We are live! Welcome to the 5th weekend of LBFF Season 6 coming up for you guys with lots and lots of action to bring you for this whole weekend, this Saturday and this Sunday, with Group B as our host group. Of course, lots of action coming for you guys to check this out. And of course, I'm not by myself in this amazing broadcast that we bring to you here. I am cited by my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell. Carol, how are you doing?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us on this beautiful Saturday. And we are getting in the end of the first half of the season, of course. And today we are going to have a better vision of everything that has happened so far, Marcelo. And we know that before remains still on the leader. Loud come right after as the runner-up, so a lot of things are going to happen today. We gotta keep an eye and big expectations on Group B because they got a double round this weekend, Marcelo.
And of course, we have some numbers to bring you guys to understand what is going on throughout the whole season. We have the standings that will be coming on the screen for you guys to get that picture, as Carol was saying, before leading our table with Loud right by their tails. And Corinthians getting closer and closer as well, only 1 point behind Loud. But we have some surprising teams fighting for the top of the standings, right, Carol?
Yes, of course. Even though Corinthians and Team Coda Solid are not playing today, we haven't seen that Fluxo team. There is this competition between them and Loud over the first place, but Loud is in the second place right behind before, so we gotta check this out today because Tropa also will come to contest today. Metagame is on the 8th place, but they have shown us great consistency, and also Los Grandes kept a great balance last weekend. Let's not forget about Esports. They are inside of the top 10. And today also it is a good day for redemption to Amazon Creeps, XD and Real Sports. They are newcomers this season. Netshoes Miners is still trying to keep their best game, but having some troubles, right, Marcelo?
And we will have those 5 teams playing today. We want to see more from Furia. We've been talking about it for a long while. We want to see more from Furia. The squad is renewed. The guys are working their new consistency with those 5 guys. I mean, they have Hatin and Bolin swapping places all the time, so they want to find some consistency. They want to find some good moments throughout the competition. And of course, we're talking about individual players. We were talking about Hatin, we were talking about Bolin, but we gotta talk about the guys that are indeed being awesome for their squads, the kill leaders throughout the season. We have some new faces over there, right, Carol?
Yes, we got some new faces, which makes me very happy, Marcelo. Things have changed a little over the past week, right? Vitin took the lead in the rankings, and with 52 eliminations, as we are seeing here, 36 matches played. But even though MTS is very close behind with 49 kills, he's only had played 30 matches.
Exactly.
So today it's a good day for him to match equals with the team that is not playing today as well. And Killed also playing today, and also Gus are playing today. Both are in a good place, right? Killed, Gus only 2 points behind Killed. So we are going to see great competition today for the kill leaders, I'm pretty much sure.
It's easy to imagine that this table will be different by the end of the day, as we now have the top 6, not only the top 5, because we have Iago over there as well with 42 kills. He will be playing today. Before is playing today. The leaders are trying to keep their spot tight, Carol, and it's great to see some of those new faces. I mean, Killed has an amazing story. We've been accompanying it throughout the week. So it's great to see a youngster, a guy who came from Serie B, getting the highlights. I mean, last season we had Vitinho XP coming from Serie B, and now he's topping our rankings. It's great to see those guys, right?
Definitely, Marcelo. And I like that you pointed out Killed specifically, because those ones that follow these guys on social media can be close of their story. And Killed got a post of this past week, and he really got me emotional. He touched my heart when he said that's his dream coming true, to be here playing Serie A of LBFF. But not only that, he's not only playing the Serie A, but he's doing an amazing job, giving us quite a show, and I'm really enjoying to see newcomers contesting the first place of kill leaders.
But we got to know which newcomers will be playing today. We have the schedule that will be coming for you guys on the screen right now. We have Amazon Crips, we have Fluxo, Los Grandes, Netshoes, Miners, SS Esports, and XD defending Group B. And then we'll have B4, Furia, Loud, Metagaming, Real, and Tropa defending Group C. Those two teams will face off today, and tomorrow we have a new group coming in, right, Carol?
That's completely right, Marcelo. So we can get enough of LBFF, and tomorrow we're going to have Group A against Group B. Of course, we said that the home team of this weekend, double rounds for Group B. So they are going to play against Bone Team, Corinthians, Nitrox Top 10, Team Coda Solid, TSM, and Vivocade. So today we have a personal fight for the top, but tomorrow we're also going to have a contestment coming from Corinthians and Team Coda Solid. So I hope the guys that are playing today have a good day to keep this leap ahead of the other teams in our table. But also, like I said, today is a really great day for redemption for those that are bad in our table.
And we gotta talk about, since we're talking about fights for the top and for the bottom of the table, Loud in a desperate need to get some points to get away of Corinthians, and also before, Carol.
Yes, of course. That, I mean, before is with 333 points. Today they're going to play, and if they keep the same balance, the beautiful quadrabuya that they gave past weekends, and I'm pretty much sure they are still going to be leading, Marcelo. But as we are checking the game house of the guys, we see like they look like very okay, right?
Chill.
They are chilling, yes. So seems like we're going to have a good day.
It seems that we indeed will have a good day. I like to see that Tropa. They were on the walls, they had a map on the walls, and they were checking some drop calls that they can possibly take for this the first maps of the day. We have, of course, the usual rotation for you guys to watch: Purgatory, Kalahari, and Bermuda. Then Purgatory, Kalahari, and Bermuda once again. And probably they were looking at the Purgatory map, right, Carol?
Yes, because we're going to start, like you said, with the Purgatory, and it's, I mean, these guys have the whole week to practice, to get new strategies. But specifically Trop, like you pointed out, we watched the Stay Tuned last weekend, where the coach Capgui said they are trying to apply new strategies. When they get to the end, they are full with great knowledge about the battlegrounds of this season, and I'm pretty much sure we are going to watch probably a different game coming from them, Marcelo.
And it's funny to talk about Tropa and those testings that their coach is having right now, because they are a team that came from Serie B. They are a team that need to understand better the routine and the the spots from Serie A that are kind of different than what we have on Serie B, right?
Yes, exactly. But even though they came from Serie B, I feel like they chose one of the right coaches to be here, because also Capigui, he made his debut last season here, and right now he's with a newcomer team, Marcelo. But look at this.
I got where I said I would get, Carol.
Dang it.
I got to the 6th position. And this weekend, may Lopes be aware that I am going after her, Carol.
You passed me over, you passed Murilo, and even Joker that were for weeks in a row in a good position, Marcelo. So you're doing an amazing job.
I got 900 points last week.
That's amazing.
And if you want to play FF Squad, please join us. It will be amazing. You can cast the best players in LBFF in your teams and get the better squad for you to see if you can point it out. Last weekend, Bob saved me.
Yes, he did.
Bob's saved me.
I put him on my squad for tomorrow, but today I got good expectations on my squad because we are going to check in the few stands that there it is. That's what I'm going to talk about. The most selected players will keep being the first one most selected player.
And his price got up.
And I put yes, he was like 85 and right now he's on 107. And I put him on my squad today and tomorrow as well. And I also got Q. He's doing an average job here, being the assistant for Fluxo team.
I got Q on my team.
And I got him on my team again. But what surprised me is right now it's Kawan. Kawan is one of the most expensive one, the most priced one, like 200, and he's in the 3rd place as the most selected.
Today I have Butter as my coach from Esports, then Prozin, Gatkill, Brenin from XD, VM7 and Gusta.
I thought about Brenin, but I was trying to focus on another players, and I'm gonna just say that right now, but you can keep going.
My team for tomorrow is better than what I had for today, because I saved some money. I did some roster cuts to get my money. Well, so I got Kawan, Bobs, Cias, Napon, Romeo, and Broilo.
Okay, so for today, I think I chose the best coach. I hope so. Capigui for my coach. I got Fak that is doing an amazing job as the frontliner of Fluxo team. God Q was the support. Killed. I'm putting my expectations so high on this guy. Rafa X, for the very first time, I'm gonna try him, and Will, of course. But tomorrow, Marcelo, maybe, I hope I got it right, because I chose Kawan, the coach of Los Grandes. He seems doing a good job, but also, I spent a lot of money on Chinese for tomorrow, and I hope so by the end of the day, he's going to be on the kill leaders.
And, of course, Carol, we're not stopping our broadcast here, but we got to talk about the fight for the top of the rankings.
Ooh.
We have Loud fighting to get to the top of the standings against B4, and we have some numbers coming on the screen for you guys to understand this fight, and we got to see who will be the king of this first half of the season that ends today.
Yes.
So we have B4 with 333 points against 318 from Loud, Carol.
Yes, of course. B4 is doing an amazing job, but there is a lot of points difference on the positions, of course. But the elimination numbers, it's what impresses me. Loud can keep it up. They are actually way better than before, but Marcelo, the question is, by the end of the day, a lot of things can change. We are talking and we are focusing on B4 and Loud, but we have a Fluxo team, we have Tropa coming out today, and teams that are ahead of them are not playing today. So today there is a big question mark of who is going to lead by the end of the day. Of course, we are seeing that B4 has been the best team so far, and Loud come right after as the runner-up. But what is the deal for today?
I don't know, but we have some individual performances from those two teams that will be highlighted also with some numbers on the screen. Who will be the king of the first half? Iago with 42 kills or Will with 39 kills? and the damage coming from Iago is insane, Carol.
It is insane, and I like this comparison between these two players because in the FF squad, Iago is so expensive.
Yeah.
In the other hand, Will, it's kind of cheap. Of course, this week his price went up a little bit, but we can see here a picture of both of players really good. Will is 1 point ahead of Iago in assistance, but in damage, Iago is destroying kills. We can compare both of them, but both of the players are really good and essential for their teams.
And then we have those numbers. Assistances are kind of equal. 1 first blood for Iago, no for Will, but it's a simple first blood that is putting them apart, but the damage is what is counting for Iago. And we gotta talk about it because Iago is now showing at the 6th position on our kill leaders rankings. B4 is the leader. They are doing an incredible job, and you guys, you gotta stay tuned on Iago.
A importância de chegar liderando nesse momento é que a confiança no time, como no individual, aumenta muito. Pra chegar no final do campeonato, ficar em primeiro, pegar aqueles bônus pra final, é coisa boa, né, mano? Nosso time tem que continuar treinando, continuar focado, nosso time tem muita bala pra isso, nós vamos vir cada vez mais forte para a próxima rodada.
Olha a B4 marcando a equipe do bonde. Tô sentindo o cheiro de que a Ruda não zica, só ajuda. Olha o Juan avançando, mais um jogador derrubado, o Nine caiu, só tem um de pé. Squad Wipe da B4.
E só na final a gente vai dar aquela jogada. Vou fazer o básico na classificatórias e é isso. Também queria agradecer a torcida também, que sempre tá com nós aí, representando, mandando mensagem, apoiando nós. É nóis.
So, Iago is totally confident that B4 will take this round, this first half, Carol. And this could be a motivation for them to indeed close this first half on the top, right?
Yes, of course. We saw that the stage tune of Iago brought such a confidence on this player today, and I'm pretty much sure he is the MVP for his team. Of course, we saw him on the 6th position of our rankings of the kill leaders, but today will be a different scenario because B4 has to defend their position in the first place, Marcelo. It's going to be a tough position for him, of course, because Loud come right after them.
You know who else is coming after?
What?
Our airplane, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9T1 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your Captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Carol Michel invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our first destination, and it is definitely an amazing destination because we are heading, and we just arrived in Purgatory map. We are going to see and check it out these teams doing their best job around here, because we can see already, visualize already some few shots against one another.
Metagaming and Netshoes Miners as usual by the south of Brasilia, by the edges of the campsite, and once again Netshoes Miners taking off, not engaging into this fight. We see Broilo taking the rappel cord over there, and we also have Furia really near Fluxo, a dangerous position from Furia, as we have all the players from Fluxo grouped in Central, their usual drop spot, Carol.
Yes, Furia once again going to the Fire Brigade. I think it's an excellent call. They are getting great loot there, but they have to worry about the teams that are surround them. Fluxo team in Central, Netshoes Miners that will come to Lumber Mill eventually, and they are not having great results this map so far. So do you remember that we talked last weekend about they move a little bit faster during the rotations, not to wait for the other teams around them to rotate and maybe to face off with them. So today it is definitely a redemption day for XD, Amazon Creeps, Furia Team, Real Sports, and let's see what these guys have prepared for us.
And now we see Fluxo controlling Central, and then we see Ski Lodge with XD and Amazon Creeps all close to each other. We might have a confrontation between those two teams that are fighting against relegation, and it could end up being a bad moment for both of the teams if they engage into a fight right now, Carol.
Yes, the thing about the drop call in Forge and Ski Lodge, it is definitely very close of each other, but I don't think XD will engage. The only thing that can happen is Amazon Creeps decided to invade Ski Lodge in the inside, but I think both of them are focused on their points. They know that if they engage in the early stages of the game, they will probably lose players, be damaged, or send all back to the lobby. So I think right now it's most important focus on points and positions.
And now we see the players from Metagaming preparing their loot. We know that they usually control the center of Brasilia with before, sometimes with some confrontations with Netshoes Miners as we had to start the day. But Carol, since the last update, it seems that the safe zone got a little crazier, right?
And that's what we like. We like the great pilot of our plane, our IR plane, doing the crazy rotations, but the safe zones always give us more a taste of war between these guys. But we gotta talk, since we are watching metagame right now, we gotta point it out that they have got another 2 booyahs last weekend, and they are in comfortable positions to reach the grand final, since we are focused also on the half of the competition that ends today and we are heading to the edges of the finals. We gotta say that metagame is in a comfortable position, and we know that most important here for these 18 teams, it is to be inside of the top 12 if they wanted to go to the finals.
And now we have the positioning from Furia near the Fire Brigade, but they also might have to deal with Netshoes Miners. It seems to me, Carol, that the Netshoes Miners squad, they can't get their heads on a single rotation strategy. They're always changing strategies, and that makes them always go head to head against other teams.
Yeah, and today they are starting with the line that has been most work for them, that is Mengod, Bolin, Bielgod, and Gusta. The only newcomer that is playing for this first match, it is Gusta that play also the Free Fire All-Stars, did an amazing job for his past team, and let's see if he was definitely a smart choice to be put on Fury Team for this season. But we are going to watch also Netshoes Miners that they got a highlight of the day on Natividade was the highlight of the day of Netshoes Miners on Sunday with 13 eliminations that helped their team to get the 62 important points for them. Let's see if today also they will have a good day, a better day, because they are in the 14th position in our table, and they desperately needed to be inside of the top 12 with great points ahead of the other teams.
And now, indeed, as we expected, Netshoes Miners being engaged by Furia. Lots of shots coming in. Field takes a huge amount of damage, but 2 players from Furia are down. Bolin and Memgad were taken down by Bielgod, by Field, and now Bielgod is doing the front line for Furia. As we see the Furia players getting helped by Gusta, the newcomer. And it gave time to Netshoes Miners to take off, Carol.
And we saw that last season, Marcelo, they were not engaging at all in early fights. That's not their game style. But this season, they seemed like a little bit more bold and ready to fight. I think they are now sure that if they run, they will be easy target and the teams will chase them eventually. But we are talking about Fury team, which it is a team that is also in risk and they need desperately points. And right now we are seeing the teams rotating and concentrating themselves to the center of the safe zone. Brasilia?
Brasilia once again being the focus, as we see that Xday is already there. They came from Ski Lodge and rotated to Brasilia, which will probably be the end of the game, be the host of the late stages of the game, as we see Jan trying to gather some information on those players. We see Lost as well. And I liked this early rotation from Xday, a team that is always getting involved in fights that they don't expect, now preparing themselves for a fight that they can expect, Carol.
Yes, and actually they had to work a little bit off their ice walls because they were getting shots from probably Amazon creeps that is on the by campsite. Meta game, it's well positioned as well, but seems like the safe zone will be trick a little bit here, these guys. And yes, that's what I was thinking about.
That's what I wanted.
The position of where Corinthians most go, of course they are not playing today, but where Tropa is positioned right now, maybe will be set the game. And we know we have watched that the best booyahs here, it's because of the position.
We will check this out because this safe zone can become really tricky for the teams in Brasilia. Because if it closes for where the red zone showed up over there, Metagaming will have a tough spot, a tough predicament for them to leave Brasilia, as well as before, as well as Real, as well as Xday. They are betting on the safe zone closing to Brasilia, but that bet might blow up on their faces, Carol.
Yeah, the thing about Purgatory is that we have the little radio where it can gives you the information about the next safe zone, but in Purgatory it's very limited. So not all the players know about the next safe zone. That's why they bet on Brasilia, because it's the center of the safe zone. the map, the center of the map, of course.
And we're getting to 10 minutes of play. Still no players down, still no blood to start this week number 5 of LBFF 6. However, a game that is being studied by all squads, and we will have a huge amount of action on the last safe zones, Carol.
I'm pretty much sure 12 teams still alive, 48. Not only one single player have been sent back to the lobby. So a lot of things really going to happen. We gotta check it out this next safe zone, because I'm pretty much sure during the next rotation a lot of things will come to us to understand where this first map will lead us.
10 minutes of play now, already passed, already gone, and we might have this confrontation between Netshoes Miners and Amazon Creeps. Amazon rotating near the river, while the Netshoes Miners squad is rotating by the edge of the river. So this could be a confrontation, but apparently Amazon Creeps will go for the inside of the safe zone. They will go for the better spot, or will they hold on that hill and be exposed? This is dangerous. And now we see Netshoes Miners rotating with the cars, going for the houses near Amazon Creeps, and now they have to run because they are in danger. Field goes down. Salis gets the shot out and puts Field down and gets the first blood for Amazon Creeps. Good job right now by Salis, getting that kill, getting the first blood, and now positioning inside of the safe zone to fight against Netshoes Miners. We have those shots going on. GL taking a huge amount of damage, and he will need to recompose himself to start the fight once again, as we see Furia coming from behind as well. They might get Netshoes Miners as a surprise, but they can also deal with Amazon Creeps. We see MVR rotating like a madman because Real is really close to Los Grandes. Broilo puts got killed down, and now the fight will begin. The fight will finally begin. We see the players from Los Grandes hiding on the second floor of the house that they are in. Mamute using the grenades. He puts a player down. Natividade brings it back and puts Japa BKR. Cias puts Rick to sleep. And Mamute gets the kill on VN7. Now Los Grandes has the number advantage against Real. And MVR is rotating. The players from Real are coming in. Autobot puts Gus to the floor. And he will finish off Gus with the Balbal. Autobot and Tatuí are below the house where the Los Grandes squad is at right now. We see Cebolinha getting information because Noda is also going there. We have Kawan and Will bringing Loud into this fight. So it's now a mess. Grenades coming in. Mamute puts Autobot down. And he finishes off Autobot. Fawn brings it back. But Noda puts MVR down. Los Grandes will go down with no points. With only 1 point for kills. And now Kawan is on the floor because the Real squad still fighting. Tatu puts Kawan down and he will try to finish him off, but Will is there to help Kawan. Stalis puts Bolin down, he brings it back. Furia and Ed Shoes Miners also fighting. Lots of fights exploding here. And now we see Kronos tries to find the shots on Fawn and gets 2 shots out, but only half of Fawn's life in damage. GL puts Natividade back to the lobby. And as we see Will, well prepared, well positioned, trying to gather the information. Tatu puts down Kawan, VN7 with the mine. He's not on the play, but his mine is making victims for him. Tatu puts Kronos down and he will finish off 3 players from Loud. There's only Noda to fight for Loud, while Tatu tries to rotate. Real already with 6 kills. Good job by the players trying to leave the relegation zone. Now got Kill and Japa BKR having a predicament against the Amazon Crips, and now GL brings it back. He puts players down, but now Amazon Crips has 2 players on the floor. Master, he goes for the kills, but the XD squad is coming in. GL, the last player up to fight for Amazon Crips. We see Gusta getting the triple kill, and my FF squad thanks Gusta. And Japa BKR will eliminate another player. He will have the kill stolen. He had the kill stolen, and now he's rotating the last player alive for Fluxo. And now we have 22 players to fight. GL over there, and Japa BKR tries to jump and use his Balbal to get the kill. But GL just rotated. He uses the ice to protect. He's trying to open up the field to bring Japa BKR to a dangerous position, but the experience from Mr. LBFF will make him destroy GL over there and hold Fluxo alive for a little while. We see she's there rotating. They have the information on Japa BKR, but SS Esports is also coming, and they might engage against Tropa. The car is coming. Fenix goes ahead of Moreira, face to face. They go. They hide in the ice. Fenix once again, the double vector. He tries to open up some space. And the grenades from MTS coming in. Fenix puts Moreira down, but Giga brings Jubinha down. The players are coming down, and Fenix brings it. He puts down the remaining players from Tropa. And SS Esports now has 4 kills and the possibility to rotate. XD still fighting against Metagaming. The grenades are coming in. And the ZN kill goes down. The good grenades from Yan. He tries to confirm the kill. He tries to take the ZN from the game, and he will be able to, but Angelo brings it back and puts Drax to the floor. Angelo and Brenin making it count. Good grenade from Brenin, putting Ian down. Now Kawe tries to break the ice to find some space. He finishes off Angelo. And now it's a 2-on-2 fight. Luigi Nash brings it back and puts Lost to the ground. Now there's only Kawe to fight for Metagaming. Good fight by XD, putting down the players from Metagaming. We see before also trying to control the edge of the safe zone. We see Furia still alive. And the triple kill from Japa BKR to guarantee some more points for Fluxo. Juan has the sights, has the scope to bring Japa BKR to the floor, and he will do it. Iago gets the kill. Luigi Net will go down as well, with Iago getting there his kills number 43 and 44 throughout the season. We have Kawe still alive for Metagaming inside of the gas. 5 teams, 11 players. So the teams with 4 players are in an advantage. We see that B4 still have their 4 players. SS Esports with 3 players are hiding by the rocks. As we see Real also with 3 players. And now Tatu will send Gusta to the ground, and Furia is back on the lobby. Metagaming is also back on the lobby. And now it's 3 players from SS Esports, 2 from Real, and 4 from B4. The 3 teams remaining will B4 start the day by getting an important booyah to leap ahead on the rankings. Let's check this out, because Fon and Tatu are trying to get some space to engage into this fight. Also Jubinha over there getting information. The shots are coming in. It was MTS trying to get the sniper shots on the players from before. And as we see, Lobato is trying to use the grenade launchers. The grenades from Prozin also coming in. The grenade launcher from Lobato. Tatu is using the grenades, the regular grenades, while Prozin gets the information on the rotation from the players from Real. Juan puts Fon down. Fon will be eliminated. But Juan was sent down because of the safe zone. Still Tatu to fight. Prozin tried to get the kill, but he could not. Now it's a 3v3 fight. B4 and SS Esports going after each other. Iago taking lots of damages. A clear fight between the 2 teams. The grenades are coming in. MTS, he deals no damage, but he puts down Iago with his weapons. Phoenix is coming with the double vector. Jubinha gets the takedown on Iago. MTS will put Lobato down. SS Esports is bringing the match. Prozin puts Phoenix to sleep and sends him to the lobby on MTS! And it's a booyah! SS Esports! Great job from the players, holding up until the end of the game and then getting into the fights as we did not expect, Carol. Calmly, with tranquility, not as SS Esports usually does, but they did it better today.
Yes, even though, Marcelo, that's not the usual game of SS Sports, the usual game it's working the grenades of MTS, and as he did. Amazing stuff starting for MTS, for SS Sports in general, of course. And actually, I got expectations that before, because of the number advantage, would turn this table and get the first booyah. But anyway, congratulations to SS Sports. That's their 30 booyah this season, the first one in Purgatory, and right now they equals 1 in each map. So congratulations for them, but we gotta check our best moments, Marcelo, because this was actually a great match for the newcomers. Amazon Crips did a good job. Real Sports end up going back to the lobby in the 3rd place, but they also engage in good fights. They won good fights against big names around here.
So we'll have the confirmation on the points coming up for you guys with the highlights on the screen. Just take a look at that. SS Esports with 18 points, but Real with 16, Carol.
Real with 16 coming the 2nd place, even though back to the lobby in the 3rd position, got the points for the 2nd place. Good match for them. Also great match for B4 that went in the 2nd place, but 14 more points. They will keep scoring and holding their 1st place in our table. Metagame also had a good game in our top 5 in the 4th position with 9 more points. Furia team started the day actually with 9 points, really good in our top 5, and also Xd, like I said, a good match for the newcomers.
And that's what's not good for all of them, because everybody got good points down on the standings. And we'll get to see the 2nd part of our table. We see Amazon Creeps as well with 7 points. Only Netshoes Miners with a bad result for this matchup between the 5 teams that are on the bottom of our tables. We see Tatu as the MVP for this matchup. He did an incredible job with the double vector, Carol.
Yes, I don't think I would ever see Tatuí, a player actually from Real Sport, leading as the MVP for a match, but that's explain why they went so good, because they have good players that apply their best game in the first match. First match have gone. We have watched a great performance come from SS Sports before Real Sports, but Marcelo, we gotta check it out, our standings.
The standings will be coming on the screen for you guys to understand before getting those good 14 points, leaping ahead of Loud. Now it's a 27-point difference. Metagame and SS Sports coming back to the top 8, and they will probably finish at least in the top 6 today, since we have Corinthians and Team Coda Solid not playing today. But Good stuff from Real. Look at the leap from Real, sending XD to the relegation zone, sending the Amazon Creeps to the 16th position, and now they are in the 15th position, going ahead of Netshoes Miners.
Yes, their mission here today is reach the 12th position where TSM is standing right now. But look at SS Sports. They start the day in the 10th position, right behind of Los Grandes with 272 points. And right now they can breathe a little bit and celebrated their 8th position in the table in the first match. Los Grandes, even though they didn't have a good match, right now they still are inside of the top 12. They still got a lot of time and a lot of matches to come back, and maybe, who knows, by the end of the day in the top 5.
Let's see, we still have 5 more maps to be played today, and those standings are getting beautiful for us to see. From Netshoes Miners to Tropa or Fluxo, we might be one day between those two teams. I mean, Netshoes Miners does a great job today, Fluxo and Tropa doesn't. Netshoes Miners can go ahead of them, right?
Yes, exactly. So a lot of things can happen. Our table will be changed by the end of the day. Of course, before is still 20 plus points of Loud, but got expectations on those teams, Marcelo, that start with the right foot in purgatory.
I also got some expectations for us to go to Kalahari, but we still have to hydrate and get some sunscreen because Kalahari is really hot. So we'll be right back. I told you it was a quick break, so we're back live to bring you guys more action from LBFF Season 6. We have the maps on the screen for you guys to remember our usual rotation, and we're going to Kalahari, Carol.
Yes, we are going to Kalahari. In Kalahari, we know it is a short map, but with big out open. So let's see what the guys will prepare for us, because in the past weekend, Marcelo, the safe zones in Kalahari have been tricky and closing in the wide out open, of course. So let's see if these guys are ready for today.
I hope this safe zone closes in the out open, because I want direct action and I want to take flight. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9D2 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your Captain Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side, my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's head our focus right now in Kalahari. The desert of Kalahari will definitely be hot today, because we got the best teams playing. Los Grandes got the best performance in Kalahari this season with more than 133 of their points. And Los Grandes have been keeping, since the last weekend, a solid performance.
And we have changes coming up for you guys to check out on Furia. Hatin is coming in for Bolin, the usual rotation that Furia does, bringing Hatin in for the second map of the day. And we see that Furia is now trying to keep up with the good start that they got in Purgatory. And we know that historically, Kalahari is their best map, right, Carl?
Yes, Kalahari is definitely their best map, because, like you said, historically, 33 points only in Kalahari in one single match. Of course, a different squad they had this season. They are kind of still holding their good game. They cannot simply find themselves in the competition. They are falling early in several drops, and they are, and I mean, hardly fighting over a Booyah. But anyway, let's see if Kalahari will bring them.
Oh my God, there's a naked man. There's a naked man.
Sensor red.
Can someone please send us a towel? A naked man playing with a balloon.
Nice, nice. But Marcelo, the first blood in Purgatory took more than 10 minutes to happen.
Yeah.
Will that happen in Kalahari right now? Because like I said, it is a short map. During the rotations, the teams can face off easily. I hope it doesn't take a lot of time to happen.
Let's see if this will be that long game that we had in Purgatory, but Kalahari usually doesn't allow us to remain that much time without a kill, Carol. It's a map that, as we always say, it's too open for you to hide for such a long time, Carol.
And before this match started, we saw in our standings that XD and Furia were the only teams that haven't get any Booyah so far. So all the teams got Booyahs.
And Amazon Creeps.
And Amazon Creeps, of course. But Amazon Creeps almost, they are hitting the goalpost, right?
They've got to the second position, I don't know, 3 or 4 times throughout the past weeks.
That's kind of frustrating for them. But they hasn't get any Booyahs. XD, Furia, and Amazon Creeps. And on Saturday, XD only got 31 points. And on Sunday, Furia only got, I mean, less than 30 points as well. So these guys are definitely in need of points. Let's see if Kalahari will bring luck for Furia. Let's see if XD can connect a better game, because XD, as a run-upper, had a good start this season.
They had a good start, but they fell through, and now they are trying to get the players from Tropa, the other newcomer team that is in a good position right now on our standings, is being the target of XD. Let's see if the players will go for the fight or if they will try to hide, try to get a better positioning. They just sent Tropa to the sites of B4 in the refinery, and they took tons of damage, and now Real is also coming for that fight, but XD took control of the high ground, and now they have a good positioning for the fight, if it is against Real, if it is against Tropa, or even before, Carol. We see Autoboot and Tattoo rotating. The players from XD now preparing themselves, and the war is coming. VZN will try to rotate. The shots from VM7 putting Brenin down, and now the grenades are coming in. VM7 using the quick shot weapons, and look at Real destroying the XD squad. VM7 leading the charge. The ZNQ goes down. There's only Angelo to fight, and XD will go down. What a trample by Real.
Wow, definitely, Marcelo. They got a squad wipe over Real Sport with the full squad alive.
And now we're going to see the fight between Loud and SS Esports. And if you wanted the first blood to get as quicker as possible, you got the first wipe as quickly as possible. And now we have 44 players still playing. Now Kronos tries to find the shots on boot on. MTS will help out Phoenix over there. Kronos is also surrounded by ice, and Kronos will put Phoenix down with a good shot with the FAMAS. MTS now rotating. Kronos finishes off Phoenix, and the Warlock is trying to gather some points for Loud. Grenades are coming in from MTS! Go B! Sending K1 to the floor! And now we have the fight between Furia and Los Grandes as well. Furia dealing some damage and sending Los Grandes back to the lobby. Furia winning a team battle to start this day in Kalahari. Good battle now by Furia. Once again, MTS with the grenades. Now Noda goes down. K1 was the first one. Now Noda goes down. And MTS is trying to find Kronos, but Kronos puts Butch on the floor. And it forces MTS to rotate and to get the help on Butch on. Jubinha using his med kits to get the information on Kronos. Shots are coming in. The ice protects the Warlock, but Butch on goes down. Will go down as well with the scythe to the head. And now we see Noda trying to trample, trying to get to that watchtower, but Butch on will finish off. We see Jubinha and MTS with a better moment for the fight. Noda will go down as well. MTS making it count. And now there's only Kronos to fight for Loud, and MTS will take him down. The jumping Bao shot will guarantee the kill, and Loud is back on the lobby in the 10th position, Carol.
Wow, Loud being wiped out for the last 3 players of SS Sports. That's amazing. SS Sports got the first booyah of today, match it. And they are looking so strong, even though with the number disadvantage, Marcelo, they will take their game to the late stages of the game, I'm pretty much sure. As we're going to check right now the safe zone closing and see a better visualization where the game will happen.
The refinery safe before is now controlling the center of the safe zone with the high ground advantage. This is just too good for before to understand, and now we have Trop over there as well. We have Furia nearing and rotating the refinery as a satellite. We have Real over there. We have Metagaming, and now before has the best positioning, Carol.
Yes, definitely before placed in refinery where they usually goes, and that has not changed. But right now we are going to watch what they are going to do about that, because once you are in the center of the safe zone, you gotta defend your best position.
And now we have Amazon Crips coming over, trying to take the players from Fluxo. Let's see what will go on. CS tried to use the grenade. Japa BKR goes down because GL found the headshot, found the capa, as we say here in Brazil. GL and DG going after the players, got kill, put Salis down, and now it's a good moment for Fluxo to try to bring this fight around. GG helps TL and goes for the shots, and he puts CS down, got kill, brings it back, but CS will be sent back to the lobby. The MVP is now down, and Master is the player trying to go in, got kill, and Japa BKR bringing this fight back. There's only DG to fight for Amazon Crips right now, and he will send down the last player from Fluxo. Amazon Crips wiping out the whole Fluxo squad and getting 4 good points for them in this battle, Carol.
Yes, Amazon Crips had an average match in Purgatory today, starting the day very average right now, counting with 4 points, 4 positions, 4 eliminations. Let's see if they can keep a good position in the late stages of the game, if they can wait and connect. The most wise thing to do right now, Marcelo, it is to wait for those teams that are very close of each other to fight. And then you can take your game for maybe to get a booyah or a good second place with a lot of eliminations.
Now you see VM7 getting his drop call over there, getting some loot from the loot box. And the control of the sides of the refinery is open for all teams to get it. Real got some space, but before is controlling the center, Carol. That is an advantage that before always dreamed of having, getting to refinery. But we also have Netshoes Miners going after the players. They have the number as advantage against SS Sports. But look at MTS! The grenade launcher sending 2 players back to the lobby. Now the advantage is in the hands of SS Sports. MTS with 5 kills already. He's going for the top of the standings. He's going after Vitin XP as the MVP leader for the first half of the season. We see that he has information on Atividade and Broilo. Look at that face mask.
Matching with his
backpack. And now we have the rotation from Netshoes Miners. Awful fight for the Netshoes Miners to engage. And only 1 grenade launcher shot from MTS just made them win a whole fight. Netshoes Miners took off. They were trying to come and engage, And one single grenade launcher shot just sent them back.
Yeah, and they are not hiding themselves, even though down to 3, Marcelo. They look very fierce,
Very
huh?
strong, fierce indeed. And now we have Metagaming also rotating there, going through playground to get inside of the safe zone, and they will go face to face against SS Esports. Let's see if the confrontation will happen again. Yan is leading the charge, and now we have lost reposition, trying to gather some information on what MTS is doing today. Oh my god, how can this man be so hot today? One single grenade launcher shot, 2 players down once again. Now Butch on goes over, he puts Kawe down, he is coming with a scythe. Oh my god, Metagaming was destroyed by SS Esports. What is going on? Master using the grenades, putting players down from hell, but what's going on? What is SS Esports doing? Oh my god! VM7 getting more takedowns with the grenades, and he gets DG to the floor. There's only Salis to fight for Amazon Creeps, and Real will get the better of that fight. Triple kill for VM7 right now, and we see Lobato rotating over there. We see Memgad trying to get some information. And now we have the players from Furia inside of the safe zone fighting for the late stages of the game. Good strategy by Furia right now. Since they need those points, they already has guaranteed 4 points for kills and 4 points for positioning. At least already 8 points for Furia. Starting well the day today, Carol.
Yes, even though they are well positioned, Marcelo, right now they have to take their game.
But Legit will go down because before he's fighting, Prozin just killed himself with the grenade. But the grenades from Iago are coming in, and he puts down Moreira. Legit will have to help Moreira over there, and Tropa is in a predicament. They have 2 players hiding under the mountain and 2 players down. Amazon Creeps will go down. And now we have Iago trying to get to the top of the kill leader standings as well, but Lobato will go down with a grenade launcher shot by Killed. He will finish off Lobato, and the grenade launcher is good because he can deal more damage quickly. It's quicker to use a grenade launcher than the grenades, Carol.
Yes, exactly. Grenade launchers have this quickest
Setup,
exactly.
Bielgard goes down. Iago once again bringing the points to before sending Bielgard down, but he will be helped by his teammate Killed, bringing some damage on to B4. Another kill for Killed on a B4 player. It was Lobato, now it was 1, and Tropa will go down because Prozin will get the grenades. Hachin, he will try to lead for Furia, but Gusta brings it back, and Hell Esports is down. Memgad with the grenade launcher shot guarantees that Furia will have at least 7 points for kills. The full squad is back up. 4 teams, 10 players. Furia has the numbers advantage. Netshoes Miners will go down. Jubinha will get the kill. Now B4 has 2 players. SS Esports has 3 players. And Furia has 4. Let's see if Furia will get their first Booyah of the season. It's a good moment for them. But Hachin is being accosted by the grenades from Prozin. MTS using the eyes. We see Iago over there. Prozin uses the grenades and puts Hachin down. More grenades coming in for Prozin. Butch on, he will gather with MTS to start the climb to go for the players of before. It's Iago and it's Prozin, the 2 remaining players from before. Butch on brings the double vector. Good. Gusta puts Prozin down, and now Butch on goes for the elimination. Jubinha takes the kill on Iago, and now Furia has to fight against the 3 players from SS Esports. The grenade launcher shots are coming in, but Gusta goes down. Bielgard tries to fight. Memgad using the grenade launcher as well. Now sighting Jubinha. We have Butch on coming from inside of the safe zone, and he will go down. Bielgard goes down as well. It's a 2-on-2 fight. Hatching goes down, and the SS Esports is down. So finally, it's a booyah for Furia! The boys are back! We talked about Kalahari being the best map for Furia, and they did an incredible job playing safely but getting kills, Carol. And a game that was split between SS Esports in Furia as the protagonists for the game, finished off with SS Esports against Furia, and the numbers advantage came into Furia's favor, Carol.
Of course, Marcelo, I was about to celebrate the double boy of SS Sports because they look so strong. They finished this match with 14 points, 4 eliminations. That's amazing. That's a lot. But this Booyah came right on time for Furia team. They were in need of that. They needed this feeling to give them a plus to continue during this competition, Marcelo. And they did actually a great job holding the to the late stage of the game, getting 9 points for eliminations, 12 points for the Booyah, a total of 21 points. That's amazing. But of course, we gotta check out their points because we know that the first place points were in the hands of SS Sports.
And what MTS did throughout this whole game, we will have the highlights coming up on the screen for you guys to check this out.
And Marcelo, look,
please.
14 points for eliminations. Can you imagine if they got the 12 points for the Booyah?
It would be an amazing 26, maybe 27, because they will have to get the kill on the players from Furia, 27 or 28 points. So SS Esports amped up the rhythm, Carol. We know that they are such an aggressive team, and they are revving up their gears.
Yes, definitely. They are destroying the day. And actually, I think someone right by my side is really happy here because he chose the coach. So
Butter is my coach. So I am. This game was amazing for me.
That was.
Butter is my coach. I have Prozin. I have VM7. I have Gusta.
Do you have Gusta?
I have Breninha and got killed playing for today. My squad is doing great.
Father Marcelo doing his right predictions around here because that was an excellent match for SS Sports. 23 points, 21 for Furia. That will open a leap ahead, maybe. Amazon Crips, they will reach the point she's there. They reach the point of Real Sports. Now they are back in the game, get the feeling, and they are going there. Real Sports once again in the top 3, doing an amazing job, of course. Before, in the late stage of the game, again, they went back to the lobby in the 3rd position, but got the points of the 4th. Amazon Crips, again, Marcelo, in this top 5 of our standings for the matches, of course. And MTS as the MVP, huh?
Let's check out the second page. We have Tropa with 7 points yet, and then teams that scored really low. Metagaming with 3 points. Fluxo being destroyed by the Amazon Creep squad. Loud with 2 points destroyed by SS Sports. Los Grandes was also destroyed. XD was swallowed. We didn't even see XD come into the fight. They were just trampled, and it shows how this aggressiveness from SS Sports impresses, Carol.
I cannot believe I chose players from Fluxo team, from Loud team, and that's the second match they go so bad. Ah, come on, I chose Capigueiras, make coach. That's so frustrating. But let's check it out, our standings, because we have to see where SS Sports is placed right now, Marcelo.
4th position coming after Corinthians. They started the day in the 10th position, and it's not impossible to imagine that SS Sports could finish this day on the top of the standings, Carol.
No, not really. Probably they will be in the 2nd place of Loud because judging by the first 2 matches that Loud had, if SS Sports give it the same solidness, they would definitely be right behind of before. Because, and I'm saying because before is doing a good matches. They are always showing up in the top 3. But look at on Netshoes Miners leaving the 15th position, going to the top 12. And Furia team totally 188 points with 1 Booyah. Low points for eliminations, but still they are doing the best job. And what's funny here is that SS Sports took a big leap in our table, and it shows how bad it is the development of Fluxo team, Tropa, and Metagame.
They are not playing well today indeed, Carol. Teams that we expected a lot today, now with only a few points, and SS Sports going over 40 points in 2 matches. So this already gives us a heads up that SS Sports is coming to be on the top of the standings. We saw this happen last season as well when SS Esports turned up their gear, revved up their gear. They started to get the points and the kills, and we also need to rev up our gears, Carol, because we're going to Brasilia soon, and we have to hydrate, right?
Yes, we're going to Bermuda, and we gotta hydrate before that.
But we may have an early fight engaging right now between Team Coda Solid and Los Grandes.
I thought he was permutating grenades, but
let's see if Gus will get the right timing, and he deals a lot of damage on Quali. And now Los Grandes is trying to use that ambush to get the players from Team Coda Solid. Quality is down. MVR puts a lock you to the floor as well, and Pão will go down. There's only one player to fight for Team Coda Solid. What an amazing play by Los Grandes!
Nunca deixei de desacreditar nele, sempre acreditei nele. Sempre o sonho da pai, esse é meu sonho, e eu vou fundo, eu digo, vai, seu pai aqui tá para apoiar. Tamo junto, é nóis, campeão esse ano!
This will be coming for you guys to check out on I Am Free Fire today, and it will not only be thrilling and exciting, but also emotional for us to see, right, Carol?
definitely, Marcelo. I really like that the father of Mammoth. I might be tell my dad or my mom to create an account like that, because it really gives the player support to have the support of their family, right?
Indeed, it creates. We have the players here on the screen for you guys to see how they are preparing themselves for the match number 3 in Bermuda. And we have Amazon Creeps, we have Netshoes Miners, we have SS Esports, we have Los Grandes. But I really love the image that we are watching from Cias right now in Fluxus house. The image we have from Angelo in XD house. But you know why they're not showing their faces?
Why?
Because they are already in the first class. We're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time, Carol. It's time to drop, Carol!
Indeed, it is time to drop, and we are already dropping in war zones.
And now we have Metagaming getting the first blood with 1 minute and a half against the players from Real. Starting poorly right now is Real. Bimazak is Metagaming to take.
It is definitely metagame to take, but during the rotations, during the airplane rotation, the players kind of have a hard time to find their best position in the map, but that's okay because metagame looking very strong, got already their first blood here in Bermuda, and if it took a long time to happen in Purgatory, Kalahari, and Bermuda, it seemed like way easier for these guys, but we know that Bermuda, it is the most loved one by the players, the most loved map by the players. So we also gotta check because a lot of things will change as in Tropa, Marcelo.
Spill coming in for legit, and Spill forms the squad that's got the most points for Tropa throughout the season, with sometimes D3, but it's Spill and D3 rotating. that makes Tropa that dangerous. Legit came a few times, but it seems that they ain't got that glue. They ain't got that tune with Legit on the squad, Carol.
Yes, I thought to select Spill to my FF squad, but the thing about him is that not always he starts playing in the squad of Tropa, and he's used to certain of maps, like right now. And Marcelo, Furia
going after Loud.
Furia last season they usually go to Observatory, and right now that's maybe not a good move for them.
Let's see if they will face off against the players from Loud in the Observatory. We have Kawan prepared. He has sights on Memgad. He knows the position from Gusta, but it seems that Furia is also aware of what's going on, Carol. They are not going eager.
Ooh.
And Gusta took a few damage over there. Kawan tried to get the quick kills, but look at Memgad. He finds the shot on Kawan, deals some damage on Kawan, and now he forces the former MVP to use his med kits and heal a little bit, because Furia has the information and they will not fight. They chose to retreat.
Yes.
That is the most intelligent thing for them to do, right, Carol?
Yes, actually I'm gonna check where is the best the favorite ones drop calls in Bermuda for Fury, because I remember last season they went a lot to Observatory, but this season, yes, they went 10 times to Observatory. So Loud is invading that territory. Loud usually goes to Graveyard, usually goes to Blue Eyes, and because Furia had a late position in Observatory, left that open for Loud to get the territory, of course.
And now we have the rotation from before as well. Before also a team that goes usually for Clock Tower, getting to the Clock Tower right now. It's how before likes to play usually. They are once again going for their usual game, Carol.
Yes, and I mean, even though before is still in the leadership, they can be a little triggered by Loud, because the best performance Loud has the whole season, it is in Bermuda and in Purgatory. Purgatory in the first place, and in Bermuda right now they are probably taking a slow game, and we gotta see what they are up to. As we are checking Tropa is doing a different rotations this time, Marcelo. We have never seen Tropa rotating to be Mazak. We don't know what is the information of the next safe zone, but definitely Tropa is adapting new strategies to take to the finals.
And maybe it's Kepki getting that information that he wanted. Where is Bermuda clear for him to draw a good rotation, the better rotation that Tropa can do? It's maybe the moment to try a few things indeed.
Yes, definitely. And who seems a little bit lost was our winner of the last match, Furia team. They are a little bit lost. They don't know where to go. They are in low equipment and loot right now, as we see Gusta with only 1 med kit, 3 ice walls, 0 grenades.
No grenades.
So they are kind of in danger. Maybe if they find a team, will be hard for them to fight, or they will come back for Loud.
They wanted to go to the Observatory to start a matchup, and when they got there, Loud was there, so they retreated, and now they're taking Observatory once again for them to... It seems that they are giving their preference to a good rotation, right, Carol?
Definitely.
To their usual rotation.
Yeah, to their usual rotation. That's why I said that they seem a little bit lost, because right now maybe they will start the game right in this moment where they are in Observatory and they will take their favorite rotation. Loud, it is very bold. They went to Observatory first, and right now they are going to Graveyard, finishing in Blue Eyes. They will have probably the best loot of the map. 3 cities 3 cities with lots of loot and equipment for them will be more than enough for them to win that. So I hope they can take at least their best game to the late stages of this match, Marcelo. But I was asking myself about Tropa movements. They had it to Bimazek, so tells us that the game will happen in Bimazek.
And we saw lots of squads nearing Bimazek over there. And now look at the shot from Godkill trying to get NTS to the ground. And now we see Japa BKR also trying to get some information, but K1 from Loud is now leading their squad out of the graveyard and inside of the safe zone. We know that we are down to 8 minutes of play. Only one player went down in this game. It was a player from Real right by the first minute of the match, and then nothing else happened. No more confrontations going on. Guys are playing for the studies today, Carol.
Yes, I like what you said about they are playing for the studies, because we can take a good example, as we have already talked about, of Capigi choosing not to engage in early fights, doing different rotations and different movements. We are watching a slow game coming from Loud as well, before holding a little bit in these first 3 matches. But I feel like, Marcelo, always in the first 3 matches, none of them take a very aggressive game.
None of them are indeed taking an aggressive game. 3 games played, 9 minutes of the 3rd match played, and they are indeed playing it lightly. But now we might have the confrontation going on between Loud and Furia. And as you said, Carol, the difference in looting might help Loud. We see that Gusta already have the information on the rotation from Noda and Will. He will regroup with Memgad, with Bolin, Hachin, with Bielgad. He's regrouping, and now he sees that Will is coming through the left side of the house where he's hiding. Hachin is naked. Oh my god, please get some clothes for the man. Hachin is naked. And squatting.
Let's see what this naked man is up to, because they will face off against Loud. Loud, one of the most aggressive one, having a slow path these first 3 matches. But let's see if right now it is time for them, because they avoid each other in observatory, Marcelo.
But now, Memgad got the information that Fon and the Real squad are behind them.
Oh my gosh.
Furia now in an
sandwich.
awful predicament, a Furia sandwich, a Panther sandwich. Now they have this information, and this changes a lot. This fight between Furia and Loud, and now Loud starts the fight and puts Hachin down. Kronos with the KAR getting the first takedown on the players from Furia, and this opens up some space for Real to come up as well. We see that they are still on the bridge, they're still having the height advantage, and they chose not to go after the players from Furia. Now Gusta goes down because Will just came fuming from his ears, and Fon will bring this fight back. Bielgad puts K1 down, 2 players down from Loud, because Fon is helping Furia right now. Memgad puts 1 more player down. Memgad and Bielgad get the kill. Will put down Bielgad for good. 2 players still alive from Furia, but they got 2 kills. It's Hachin and Memgad. Will was helped over there. Kronos will go down. Fon puts a lot of damage on Will, and it's Memgad also trying to get some shots. But now Real is being accosted by Amazon Creeps. We just checked out on the maps, and the Amazon Creeps are going after the players from Real as well. They used the pad, and now they are going for the fight. They might save Furia and Loud over there, because Real had an amazing option. Now Memgad puts Salis down, and Autoboot engages into this fight, and he steals the kill from the player of Furia. Master, he takes lots of damage from Autoboot. Autoboot rotating. He has the information on GL behind him, below him, by the way. GL uses the eyes, and he will go down. Autoboot will not forgive it. Now Tatu is rushing with the AWM on his hands. Not a usual weapon for him to rush, but now he puts up the Bao Bao. Fon puts Master to the floor as well. There's only 1 player to fight for the Amazon Creeps. Can the Amazonians be the first one down in this matchup, as we see Fon trying to get some shots out, and Amazon Creeps is down. Autoboot with The Balao now gets the first squad wipe. And Real now with 5 kills. What a good day by Real right now. Getting once again 5 kills. Being aggressive last weekend. They were indeed good as well. They're bringing it back, Carol.
Yes, definitely. This is the third match of Real today, and they still looking very strong. Even though number disadvantage for them right now, 5 eliminations for them. They are heading where a path where they will also have a good position. So let's see if they can hold for a little bit longer the teams of Fury Team and the last player of Loud. But definitely, Marcelo, a good day for Real Sports, and if they keep the same consistency of the first 3 matches, we are going to see them in the highlights of the day.
Indeed, we can. And as we see, Fon puts Hajin down, and now Memgad will have to help his teammate, and this gives space for Will to come, as we said, and get the kill on Memgad and leave Loud alive to fight for another day. But now Fon has the information that there is the player from Loud over there and forces Will to use his eyes to rotate. He will use the danger zone, the gas, as well as a coverage for him to go over. And as once again, we're not talking about SS Esports throughout the whole match. They're quietly taking a good positioning and going to the late stages of the game, Carol.
Yes, and actually they are in a very great position, having a overtop view where they can have the visualization of the teams. They are in Bimazak Strip already, and the teams that maybe will have a late rotation, but it seems like they have cars, Marcelo, and they will rotating using cars. But look, Fluxo team.
Fluxo is ready to take them on. Lots of damages on Phoenix. The grenades from CS are coming in. They are dangerous, but Jabba BKR is on the ground. Now the grenades are coming in. CS getting the kills. Jubinha will go down. CS puts onto the floor. Fluxo tries to remain alive, but Jubinha comes to the side. MTS with the grenade. One more grenade coming in from MTS to put that kill down. There's only one player still up from it was CS from Fluxo. Loud will go down, but now we have another team coming up on a fight. CS using the grenades. He tries to get Butch onto the floor. It's Tropa getting in. They took the kill on Jubinha, but Butch on is still alive. CS is also up. We see Giga trying to gather the information. Killed using the grenades. Butch on is taking damage from the safe zone. He will have to use another med kit, and he will rotate, but Moreira will get the shot out with the KAR. Now it's CS to hold on for Fluxo. Spill, he rotates, he brings in the Mag 7. CS tries to leave it, but he will not be able to. So Spill gets Fluxo back to the lobby. Now only 7 squads remaining, Carol.
And actually, that was a great move of Fluxo team against SS Sports. They were definitely the door holders for SS Sports, and they kind of got the most of the kills in their hands of SS Sports, of course. So bad move, late move of SS Sports, and they paid for that.
Late moving it, and as we see, XD and Netshoes Miners also engaging into the fight. Broilo goes down with a grenade by Brenin. Now Field is trying to enter this fight, but Dizzy and Kill will get the takedown. Field puts another player down, and Angelo is now rotating to fight the better positioning for that fight. Tropa was sent down by Los Grandes, and we see XD also going for this fight and trying to get the shots on Natividade, but Natividade puts Luigi Net to the floor. Now there's only Natividade and Broilo to fight for Netshoes Miners, 3 players to fight for XD. Desene kill. He puts Natividade down with the help of Angelo, and Angelo will bring it back. Tatu will also bring it back. Now Real is getting into this fight. Autoboot puts Brenin to the lobby. Quadra kill by Autoboot right now. Desene kill with the double vector, tries to get a better position to fight. Tatu once again putting the Angelo down. What a day by Tatu. But Tatu will go down. Desene kill with a nice shot, but Autoboot will guarantee the kill on the hands of Real. 9 kills for Real, and at least the 4th position on the map. So great points, at least 16 points for Real in this map. But we see before as well over there, Metagaming and Los Grandes fighting for the top of those standings. Kawe tries to gather the information. 17 minutes played. It will be a war. Carol, it will be a war.
Yes, definitely be a war. Very crowded, the neighborhood of Bimazaki. And right now, B4 got the best position and the best cover.
Let's see if they will make it count, because Metagaming is trying to come in. Look at Lobato destroying the whole squad from Real. Real goes down in the 4th position. Now Ian tries to find the kills. He puts Thiago down. The grenade launcher was working well for Ian, but now B4 has the numbers advantage and the top-down advantage. 3 teams with 4 players still remaining. It's an equal fight for all those teams. The numbers advantage is not in the hands of anybody. Los Grandes puts 2 players down. Gus and Iago goes down. And now Los Grandes has the advantage. Gus with the grenade! He puts 2 players down from Metagaming. And now Prozin is climbing down the hill with the help of Lobato. But look at Mamute. 2 great headshots from Mamute. And Los Grandes might get their first buoy of the day. They're going after the players from Metagaming. But look at Cauê. Cauê dealing damage. Lobato with the grenade launcher getting 3 kills, 4v4. Let's see the rotation. Lobato, the grenade launcher shot puts Ian down. There's only Cauê to fight. It's coming. It's coming. Ian goes down. Lobato will also go down. Cauê is still trying to fight, and Metagaming is down. So it's a booyah for the leaders. It's a booyah before, and there's dancing coming in.
Amazing.
Incredible dance right now. We gotta say, as a judge of the fame of that program in the United States, Dancing with the Stars, they got 10. They got the 10, and they got the booyah, Carol.
And if it were a The Voice but a day dance, I would definitely turn my chair, Marcelo, because this guy is looking very amazing, very strong. Finished the match with a 7 eliminations and 12 points for the booyah. That's the 6th booyah of before this season, and the 4th one in Bermuda. They look definitely very strong in Bermuda. They look amazing right now, and with these points they will continue leading our standings.
They will indeed keep leading our standings, but great job by Real. We saw them going down in the 4th position, however, with a ton of kills for a team that is trying to fight to leave the relegation zone. A great job by Real. We've seen great job by Los Grandes as well, finishing off in the 2nd position, and we will get the confirmation on the points coming up on the screen for you guys to see what went on. Lobato with 5 kills puts B4 with 19 points for this drop, Carol.
Yes, amazing. Real Sport, even though they went back to the lobby in the 4th position again, they got the points for the 2nd place, Marcelo. Looking amazing, very strong, but we gotta point it out that that was an amazing match for Los Grandes that in the first 2 matches went back in the bottom positions. Right now in the 30th position, 14 more points will help them to have a little bit of calm moment, thinking about to have better performances in the next 3 matches. She's there once again, showing up in our top 5 and looking also very good. Tropa for the very first time today in the top 6, looking also average in the whole day so far.
And we'll check out the 2nd page of our points for this drop. We have Netshoes Miners with 6 points. Not a good day for Netshoes Miners. Autoboot splitting the MVP prize with Lobato, also with 5 kills. Fluxo with 5 points as well. Bad game by Fluxo. SS Esports that got together in the fight against Fluxo, also going down with 4 points. Loud 4 points. Furia that comes from the booyah gets 2 points, and the Amazon Creeps are just trampled and got no points throughout this match. And as we see, before coming over and keeping the leadership, as we are going to check out on the standings that will be coming on the screen for you guys to understand how is this faring off. Look at the distance that before just put against Loud right now.
And Marcelo, maybe today will be a day where they can reach the barrier of 400 points. That's
points. Just in 23.
Yes, like 2 rounds or maybe one more booyah. That's definitely amazing coming from them. They are still looking very strong. They are still showing us why they are the leaders.
But look at what impresses me the most. Real Sports started the day in the relegation zone. We gotta remind you guys that they started the day in the relegation zone. Now they are only 6 points behind Bonji.
and that's even possible for them to reach the points of TSM or maybe to be inside of the top 12 by the end of the day.
They are 18 points behind Netshoes Miners. Netshoes Miners will have more points today. So, okay, they are 25 points behind Nitrox. They have 3 maps to go after those 25 points. It's doable, it's possible, and they can finish off the day in the top 12.
That's definitely the spirit. That's their mission here, to finish this half season, the first half of the season, inside of the top 12 to fight for the grand finale that we are going to be there in a couple of the weeks. And Furia team in this last match was also such a shame, only 2 more points for them. That's definitely not a good game right after Abuya. She's there not having a good day at all. Amazon Crips, like you said, trample in the points, but Real Sports, they got the spirit. They definitely are feeling it.
They are indeed. And they are going after Bonji. It's really possible that they get Bonji this next map. And we will check out the kill leaders coming up on the screen for you guys to understand. Look at what MTS is doing today. Look at what this guy is doing today. Killed is in the 3rd position. He got to the 3rd position. Iago getting to the 5th position, and Natividade getting to the 6th position.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Natividade, one more known face back in the game here in the kill leaders. Iago still looking very strong in the 5th position. Gus and Killed in this tied competition right now, but MTS obviously he would be leading the kill leaders right now. What he did in the first 2 matches, Marcelo, with his grenades, that's impressive. Amazing.
He started the day with 48 kills. He already has 10
And
in 3 maps.
In the first 2 ones, Marcelo, he were the responsible for the booyahs by his grenades. That's amazing, huh?
The dude came to get his deserved spot on the top of the standings. Last season he was close to see us on the run for the MVP, and this season he's trying to come for the MVP. But talking about MVP, there was this guy last season that started fighting for the MVP run, and he has kind of a lot of support, right, Carol?
Yes, right. Who it is it?
His name is Mamute.
It is Mamute.
And we saw what his father was preparing for us, and there are amazing stories for us to check out, because Carol, not only Mamute and not only his father and not only you and not only me and not only you guys on the screen for you on your houses watching us, we are all Free Fire and we know that.
Eu sou Luiz William, pai do Mamute, eu sou Free Fire. Quando ele começou a ser reconhecido, aí ele foi vender trufa, R$1 de trufa, para comprar um celular para ele. Aí, de celular, aí que ele começou a jogar.
Opa ali, Mamute, balaço em cima do pé aqui também.
Nunca deixei de desacreditar nele, sempre acreditei nele. Sempre o sonho da, pai, esse é meu sonho, e eu vou fundo, eu digo, vai, seu pai aqui tá para apoiar. Logo antes dele entrar nesse Free Fire, ele foi lutador. A medalha dele aqui, ó. Foi um grande lutador de luta. Ele começou a lutar com 11 anos, e eu estava lá, perto dele, dando força para ele. Aí depois que ele disse assim, pai, eu vou jogar Free Fire. O senhor ainda vai ver minha mãe, e o senhor ainda vai me ver na tela.
O Mamute como vem, encontrou pra acelerar o Mamute! Mamute!
Às vezes eu estou dando entrevista, eu choro de alegria ver meu filho ali jogando mesmo com garra, pensando assim, é uma coisa maravilhosa.
Eu falei, é muito grande!
A família tem que apoiar. Se a família não apoiar, isso aqui, ó, é orgulho de vestir essa camisa aqui, ó. Orgulho, muito orgulho de vestir essa camisa. Sempre lá do lado dele, nas horas ruins e nas horas boas. Eu estou sempre do lado dele. Apoie o sonho dos seus filhos, porque isso não é mais um joguinho, é profissão, é trabalho, entendeu? Pode apoiar, que O sonho do seu filho vai se realizar, o seu e o dele.
É nóis! É nóis! É nóis!
Orgulho, muito orgulho mesmo de ser o pai dele.
Esse bola! Vai!
Aí,
Vai! Soca hoje!
Então, assim, eu sou assim, já velho no meio dessa turma toda, mas eu me orgulho de ter participado dessa turma toda aí, que me acompanha, que me, entendeu? Nas redes sociais, tudinho aí. Poxa, chegar, oi, pai do Mamute, posso bater uma foto com o senhor? Pode, pode. Tem todo direito de bater uma foto comigo, tem todo direito. Vocês que me dão orgulho também, entendeu? E outra coisa, eu só quero, dois sonhos. Meu filho ser campeão no time dele, do time dele, e ter uma casa própria. Só isso. Eu vou chegar, Los Grandes. Tamo junto! É nóis! Campeão esse ano! Vamos arrasar! Vamos! Tamo junto!
Na atividade da Kobe, once again doing it amazingly. Sending quality down. The last safe zone is closing. Fuck is in the center. Can Fuck save it for Fluxo? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's a booyah! Fluxo!
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece. A decolagem foi autorizada. Vou quebrar caldo, dominar o território. Com inteligência em qualquer mapa. Kalahari, bermuda, purgatório. Qualquer erro é fatal. Leva o rebaixamento. Ser pra player na distância. Dedicação 100%. Objetivo é a taça e pulseira. MVP, o brabo da galera. Ser campeão da Liga Brasileira. Presencial, todo mundo na espera. Acredita no sonho, você pode vencer. Um vende a milho, outro era gari. Hoje tão na LB. Não vai faltar empenho, nem paciência. Na persistência, de cá com a ciência. Pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
We are back live and this song just hypes us up a lot. And we need to get hyped because we're going back to the start and going back to Purgatory. We have 3 more maps coming up on the screen for you guys to check out all the action. And Carol, good action right now by B4, by SS Esports, by Furia. We are having teams that are getting the booyahs and also getting the points. Real Esports is getting the points. They're fighting on the top of the rankings today. They might be in the top 3. So good Free Fire from places that we did not expect, right?
Yes, of course. We were kind of expecting things like from before, from SS Sports, of course, but not from Real at all. We are not waiting for this booyah coming from Furia because they are in such a bad moment of
first
the
booyah of the season.
In this competition. Yeah, they got the first booyah of the season for them, leaving only Amazon Crips and Xday as the not booyah winners. But definitely, Marcelo, amazing things are happening here today. I'm really enjoying to see Real Sports Gaming getting this experience of Fawn that played last season, Autoboot, who was also a player from the competitive scenario. So forget it, these guys are hyped.
These guys are indeed hyped, and those guys on the screen are also hyped. The guys from B4 that are week after week after week doing their silent and quiet job to get the points, and they were not that silent when they got the 4 booyahs in the whole day, in a single day, the quadra booyah that happened 2 weeks ago. But metagaming is in a need of improvement. They started the season really hot and now they're dropping a little bit the ball. Real is coming back. Tropa also needs to come back and bring in the game that we had 2 or 3 weeks ago, with Tropa leading the day and surprising everyone else. But we know that Tropa is playing for the finals, right, Carol?
Definitely, they are trying to apply their strategy for the finals, Marcelo.
And since we're talking about the team of the plane, let's get on the plane because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9D4 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your Captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let it be, because we are back in Purgatory map, and looks like Real Sports and Loud will meet right now, Marcel, in this right moment.
And now we have this confrontation, as Carol pointed out. Autoboot is out in the open, and he might be an easy target. He's using the rolls over there to protect himself. We see that Loud has a substitution coming up, with Brabox coming in the place of Noda. And now they fight with 2 straight frontliners, with Will and Brabox. Not taking off Kronos this time, right, Carol?
Yeah, not taking out of Kronos, but also taking one of the best frontliners that they have been. Of course, Will and Kawan are doing a good job, but Noda, it is the responsible for most of the kills as the rush guy.
Once again, Brabox now tries to get some shots on the players from Real. VM7 is the one doing the front line for Real. He's holding on the players from Loud. He has space to get some shots out, but he will be targeted as well by Brabox and Kawan. We see the rotations going on right now. We see that the players are going for the fight, however, not with that jump in to the fight. They are doing it patiently, calmly. They are studying that fight, Carol.
They are studying the fight, and actually I don't think the rotation of the airplane was that bad that Loud had to go to fields. Of course, Real Esports, that's their favorite drop call in fields. They dominate since the first day of this season, but Loud usually go to crossroads.
Indeed, they changed their drop calls, and they did it on the first map of the day as well, and they did it on Bermuda as well, going after the observatory from Furia. And now we see Kronos putting down all the wood and getting the first blood. We see changes in metagaming as well. Nicholas coming in for Drax. Metagaming trying to change up a little bit the game that is not working that well today. And this is a good experience for metagaming right now, right, Carol?
Definitely, Marcelo. And we are criticizing the game coming from Loud and okay, meta as we are watching right now, but maybe they are doing us the same of Tropa, trying new things, new strategy, because they are in comfortable place in the table. If they are all inside of the top 12, inside of the top 10, I would say they are in a comfortable position.
And now Loud is going for the rush. They got the first kill, and now they have the numbers advantage, and they will use it. Will put VM7 down. Phone is rotating. They are escaping. The two remaining players from Real are escaping, and Loud will not give chase. They will only stay in place to keep themselves alive and fathom on those 2 points that they got, Carol.
As they should right now retrieve, being in a number disadvantage gives Loud, which is one of the most aggressive teams of LBFF history, gives them such great opportunity to come and wipe out the whole squad. But so far so good. I said that in the first 3 matches things get a little bit slow and fights take a little bit of time to happen, but seems right now, Marcelo, we are going there.
Finally, o Trem is
O
on
Trem
the
bebê,
server.
the man, the
That
legend.
looks beautiful, as it says on the video package to start the day. That looks beautiful on the server. And now Netshoes Miners with a little of team experience, as Utrain last season played for Netshoes Miners as well, and now he was benched by Field, by Rick and by Broilo. Now he's coming up to play a little bit, and we're still hoping to watch Pale play a little more for this Netshoes Miners squad, Carol.
Definitely. Actually, he is very cheap, but as we were talking about last week, maybe it is not a smart choice to choose Pale, because he hasn't played a lot of times. Real Esports head to Brasilia. They are not with very good guns, but right now they have to hold their positions if they wanted to keep the same balance that they had in the first 3 matches, Marcelo.
We always bring you guys the action with no emotions involved, but it's nice to see a team that was struggling so bad to get points now starting to be back on the play, and that is not a case of cheering for the team or not. It's just a case of wanting to see the best Free Fire possible, and when all the teams are performing their best, we have the best Free Fire being played. And as we see once again the fight going on between Amazon Crips and XD, the newcomers are still fighting against each other. We see Luignet trying to get some shots on Salles. We see Angelo and Brenin leading the charge for XD, as Luignet and DZN stay a little farther behind. As we see DZN breaking the ice, he's trying to not lead to any suspicions that XD is still on that positioning. And look at the position from the Los Grandes squad by the nearing of fields. They usually go for that nearing, and who also rotates to that position is Loud. Now on Crossroads, they might go for the center of fields. And we see the rotation that happened from Los Grandes coming from the Moat House to that spot. And now they're trying to enter Brasilia. They might get engaged against Real Esports, Carol.
Yes, they might will be engaging. That's actually the rotation that we are used to watch coming from Los Grandes. They always headed themselves to the upper side of Brasilia in that little house. But Brasilia look very crowded right now. I think this safe zone personally will be a little bit tricky. We'll get a few spots in Brasilia, but we'll be taken to fields if I'm not mistaken. And we already watched it. A game from Loud exactly like this, and where they got the booyah. They were doing the late rotation, but then the safe zone went all the way to fields, and they finally connect their first booyah this season. But, well, so far we only watch stuff coming from Loud and Real Sport because they kind of meet each other in the middle of fields. And right now, it is the time for the players to position themselves and hold the position for get points by the late stages of the game.
And now we see Cebolinha rotating. He got information and now he's regrouping with the Los Grandes squad. 8 minutes of match played. Only 2 players down, the 2 players from Real Esports that started the game in that fight against Loud. And Loud is... It seems that we got to a point in the season where Loud is just experimenting, Carol. They're just trying to get information on the drop calls, who is going to each places, when the thing is counting, not only on the practices, but also when it counts, they're checking the drop calls, the possible drop calls.
Yes.
Since they are too close to being qualified for the finals, we gotta remind you, we're reaching the half of the season as of today, and Loud started the day in the 2nd position. They are comfortable to guarantee their spot in the finals, right?
Yes, of course. They have been building a beautiful path towards the dispute for the title of this season. They are kind of tired to be the runner-ups. They were the runner-ups of the World Series. They were the runner-ups of the 4th season. So they are kind of a little bit tired and ready to get the trophy of the best team. After 5 seasons of LBFF, maybe that will come right on time. As right on time will come the safe zone that we are going to check right in this moment. And let's see if my prediction were right. Yes, a little bit of Brasilia getting a little bit to the top of fields, and Loud maybe have the advantage of that. Who knows?
They have a good space to rotate, as we see. Kronos was looting marble, works a little bit. We see Tropa with a good positioning. We see Los Grandes with an amazing positioning. And the south of Brasilia will become a war zone indeed, because the north is kind of empty. It looks like Westeros to me. The north is empty, held by the Starks. And the south is a war zone.
Indeed. And taking this slow game right now, let's see if that was going to work for Netshoes Miner, because last season it doesn't work at all. Playing inside of the safe zone, they are heading to Brasilia where there is a lot of teams played right now. Furia team and Metagames are probably the door holders for Netshoes Miners, but let's see if Marcelo, they will have a little bit of lucky this time, because last weekend they went really good.
And I gotta admit, I'm using a lot of A Song of Ice and Fire references, and I should split more my reference. I should bring some Harry Potter. I should bring some Artemis Fowl, some Sherlock Holmes. I need to improve on my references. I know that my references are old, Carol, because I am old.
Sometimes I don't get it, but I'm trying. I'm trying really hard.
You don't know who Elmer Fudd is. Elmer Fudd in Portuguese known as Hortelino Troca Letras. You don't know who
okay,
Elmer Fudd is.
You gotta try it in English. How he's speaking English.
Shh, I'm hunting rabbits. I'm wanting rabbits. that's how he says. And now we see Amazon Creeps trying to get the shots from the top down on the players from Netshoes Miners. The advantage is all Amazon Creeps. The distance is way too high for the Netshoes Miners to hold on in this fight against them, but it seems that Amazon Creeps will not go for the fight. We saw Japa BKR going down probably because of the safe zone. Fluxo doing a late rotation in this map, and we have the images coming from Commander Hamilton, now bringing us the view of the teams in Brasilia, and it's crowded, Carol.
Yes, way too crowded to myself. But actually, I like the rotation of Netshoes Miners that left the guys, the unsafe zone, and using cars got in a very good spot inside of Brasilia. Esports were the winner of the first Booyah in Purgatory right now. Playing on the edges will be kind of a hard time to get inside of the center of the safe zone. Maybe they should not take a long time. Tropa also looking in a very strong, in a good position. So it is a big question mark on who is going to be the last survivor.
And now we see SS Esports rotating. They're trying to get to the back of Tropa, but Moreira and Kiled were aware of that. They have the information, and they started the fight. The ice is coming up. Buton is leading the charge for SS Esports with Phoenix. Phoenix is helping him by the top of the hill right now, and as we see MTS going for the grenades, he's the master of the grenades, and he is bringing them to this fight. We see Spill down there with one more player from Tropa, and Kiled will put Phoenix down after he puts Moreira to sleep. Kiled is being now helped by another teammate, and MTS is bringing the grenades on Spill. He will get the takedown on Spill, sending him to the lobby. Now he tries to find Kiled. He tries to find Giga as well. The grenades are coming. Kiled is shooting them back onto the players of SS Esports, but Kiled will go down. Good job by Jubinha, sending Kiled to the floor, and Tropa is back on the lobby with all the players wiped out. We see Metagaming also going for the players of Netshoes Miners. They are still alive. They still have their 4 players to fight. They are using the coverage of the house to deal with that advances from Metagaming, and Utrain got the kill. Fon gets the kill on Yan right now, getting some points for Real. We remind you that Real has only 2 players to fight. They lost 2 players in the first minutes of the match. And as we see, Natividade tries to break the ice to be able to rotate a little bit and get a better positioning to fight. Master puts Luignet to the floor with a grenade and finishes off Luignet and gets this Yen kill to the floor as well. He'll get one more kill. Coming for the Amazon Creeps, they're trying to trample. She's there. The grenades are coming in, and Angel will go down. GG is still down, but She's there is back on the lobby. And Amazon Creeps just trampled. She's there over there. Netshoes Miners also gets the win on the fight against Metagaming. Metagaming goes back to the lobby. And now we have 9 teams still remaining into this fight. 32 players is still up and trying to go for the hunt. Rick puts Salis down. Now the player from Amazon Creeps now needs some help from his teammates. We see Fluxo and before in a western standoff, and the grenade launcher shots from Lobato are coming in. He's trying to get some space to advance, and that's what he's doing. He's going for the house where the players from Fluxo are, and he has the help of Juan. Lobato, he rotates. He tries to go for the shots on the players of Fluxo, but the positioning from Fluxo seems a little better than the positioning from before. But now Lobato is inside of the house. CS is making the front liner for Fluxo, and Juan puts God kill to the floor with the double vector. Brozin, he's also going for the kills. Fak puts Juan down, and now it's a tight fight because Lobato went down as well. Fak could put him down. Now there's Furia also joining that fight. Gusta gets the kill on Lobato. Brozin gets the kill on Garkil, and Iago puts CS to sleep. 2 players to fight for before. We have only 1 player to fight for Fluxo, as it seems only PKR still alive. We see that Brozin and Iago are keeping themselves alive, and they're going after Fak. Fak will go down, and Fluxo will be sent back to the lobby with the kill from Brozin. Getting some more points for my FF squad. Memgad tries to... Oh, the shot by Memgad, and Hachin putting But onto the floor. Furia trying to keep themselves alive. Memgad puts Rubinha down. Now SS Esports in a predicament. 2 players down, and Furia with their sights on the remaining players from SS Esports. They guarantee the kills. Iago goes down. Only Jubinha to leave for SS Esports. Memgad will get a kill. 4 kills for Furia right now. Loud and Los Grandes once again facing off in Purgatory. K1 is trying to go. Brozin goes down. MTS goes down as well. So SS Esports and before are out of this matchup. The 2 teams that are topping the points today. Now out of the match at the same time. Will tries to get the shots out on Cebolinha. Cebolinha rotates a little bit, the grenade launcher shots coming in, but Mamute putting K1 down with the MP5. Loud will lose K1 because man, God stole the kill for Furia. We see that Brasilia is now wide open and outside of the safe zone. Brabox, he puts the Balbao shot on Cebolinha and puts him down. Mamute is trying to survive to keep Los Grandes still on this matchup. Furia is coming, edging the safe zone and trying to get a good positioning. Mamute will put down Will. He's doing a good job, but man, God with the grenade. Will send Mamute back to the lobby. Furia still have their 4 players. 4 teams remaining with 12 players. For this last fight, we see Netshoes Miners with 4 players. We see Furia with 4 players. And then we have Loud with Kronos on the floor and Brabox, the only player to fight. But Furia is losing 2 players because Natividade found the grenade. Good grenade shot by Natividade right now. As we see the Amazon Creep stealing the kills from Netshoes Miners. Gusta is going over to try to take the kill and Natividade will pull him down. Furia is down as well as Los Grandes. Amazon Crips is coming in. GG puts 2 players down. There's only 2 players to fight for Netshoes Miners. The ice is broken. GG is trying to get the shot. 3 players down now. 2 players down by Netshoes Miners. Natividade helps Rick and helps Field. This could have cost a lot to Amazon Crips. They could get the fight done with 2 players against 2, but they will not do it against 4. So it's a booyah! Netshoes Miners! Bringing a train was a good idea. The man made it count, Carol. And now Netshoes Miners are on the board with the first buoy of the day.
For their first buoy of the day, the 31 for the Miners, Netshoes Miners, and the second one in Purgatory. Well done, Netshoes Miners. Like you said, maybe Train brought them such a good luck that helped them to connect to their best game. And I said I was kind of worried about their rotation because they were still inside of the gas, but they rotated by car. They got a good position. They hold the game into the late states, and they finally got the first booyah here. Once again, Amazon Crips hitting the goal poster, being the second place, but we are going to check in our best moments where Amazon Crips got actually the position for the first place. They got more points than Netshoes Miners.
They did an incredible job. They stole kills. They got into fights that they could won. They trampled XD in a team fight face to face. Great job by the Amazon Crips in this matchup, as we will have the confirmation of the points coming up on the screen for you guys to check this out, how it happened in this matchup. As soon as possible, we'll have the confirmation and highlights coming for you to check this out. But an okay game right now, Carol, by Esports, and also by before leaving on the 6th and the 7th positions after a great start of the day, a great 3 first maps. A slow restart for those 2 teams, right?
Yes, exactly. But let's check the confirmation of the points. Amazon Crips in the first place, even though lost the booyah, they got the points ahead of Netshoes Miners. 2 points ahead of Netshoes Miners, but looking very strong. Netshoes Miners getting the first booyah with the 16 points. Furia team back in the game in the top 3, 14 more points for them, looking amazing, looking very strong. And Loud also in the 4th place, showing up a little bit late, but still better late than never. Esports 9 points, Los Grandes in the top 6 with 8 points.
And it was good to see. We see 2 MVPs coming for Amazon Crips, 2 players with 3 kills, DL and Master. And that gave the points for Amazon Crips to fight up until the end of the match. As you see also Memgad holding Furia for some good points, holding Furia up until the end of the matchup. We have to say it, Furia once again with a good matchup. Real lost 2 players in the early stages of the game and got to make 6 points and keep up themselves fighting for the top 3 of the day. So teams that we were expecting a lot, Metagaming, Fluxo, and Tropa, today not performing as we expected, and we were watching some teams that we did not expect playing so well, Carol.
Well, definitely, Marcelo. I would never expected such thing coming from Tropa. I selected Coach Gui, Cap Gui as my coach. I selected Killed as one of my most important players. I mean, I was putting my expectations so high on them, but still, sad for my FF squad, but very happy in the competition. For Real Esports, they're doing an amazing job, of course. For Furia team to get in a great positions by the late stages of the game, getting the first booyah around here in the last match and in the previous match before this last one. Amazing things are happening here today. This always give us such surprise stuff, Marcelo.
And maybe a surprise is that Furia may be leaving the bottom of our standings. We are going to check this out right now. We're going to see if they got to XD or only closed the gap. Let's check this out. Oh, 5 points behind XD right now. Is Furia XD in a predicament? They may leave the day as the last position team, and SS Esports, Carol, taking the third position to themselves, going after Loud before he's opening up the gap. Netshoes Miners, as we expected, leaving Nitrox top 10 on the 12th position, and Real Esports now tied with Bonji. 2 maps for them to score 19 points and get in the top 12 today would be amazing.
Yes, definitely, Marcelo, but still doing what's necessary. They are getting there. Babe steps, 1 booyah, 2 top 2, so that's looking very good and very strong for Furia team. Finally, they are coming back for the game. Like I said, better late than never. And this is the half of the competition. Can you imagine if they were reaching this point by the finals, getting to the finals? That would be such a shame. But SS Sports, they will definitely come to contest the second place of Loud. Loud should be very aware of that if they don't want to sleep in the third place, especially because they don't play tomorrow.
And especially because we're going to Kalahari, where SS Sports got their booyah today. They got an incredible game. We had good games coming also from Real in Kalahari. We had good games coming from Furia on Kalahari. We have Tropa, who had those past weeks good moments in Kalahari. Metagaming is a good Kalahari team. Los Grandes is doing well in Kalahari, so it's starting to get dangerous for Loud.
Indeed, Marcelo, definitely get dangerous for Loud. I would say definitely getting in danger for before, but they are so far away. They will finish it. I'm pretty much sure they will finish the day in 400 points. They already got everything they needed. Lots of points. The tie break, that is the booyah, they are equal. They are how many?
51.
Oh my gosh, that's a lot.
51 already.
That's a lot. They got the tie break in their favor. If they got another booyah, they will be ahead of the other teams, and a massive amount of points for eliminations.
The consistency from before is indeed scary, Carol. But what is scary is not having a good hydrated voice to bring you guys the action on the next 2 maps. So we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back. But Spiel goes down and is sent back to the lobby. Noda and Kronos are making it count. Nitrox top 10 is on the lobby. The Loud squad is on the top 3 with only 2 players. Kronos and Noda making it count for Loud. They have to deal with before. They have to deal with Tropa. 11 kills on their hands. Great job by Kronos and Noda. Once again, the grenade launcher shot putting Giga down. Gillette finds the grenade. And Noda wipes out the whole squad from before. 13 kills for them. Gillette goes down. He has to deal with it. And oh my god, it's a booyah! Loud! We are back live to bring you guys the action for the last two maps of the day here in LBFF Season 6. We're going to Kalahari and then to Bermuda. And Carol, such great things we are watching today with SS Esports. Kalahari will be tough. We know that before will be in Refinery, so they have automatically great chances of being in a good position to finish the day. We know that SS Esports had a booyah in Kalahari and they played well in the first Kalahari map of the day, so the expectancies are high, right?
Yes, my expectations in the beginning of the day were definitely for the teams that belong to the Group B. They are having double round, so they needed to go specifically good today to finish it tomorrow very good as well. But teams that don't belong to the Group B are doing a better job.
They're indeed doing a better job, but you know who else is doing a better job?
Who?
The guy I hired to put the safe zone far away, because I'm taking the plane to the other side because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R9D4D5 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain, myself, Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Michel, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let be it, Marcelo, because we are back in the desert of Kalahari. We know that's a short map. Lots of players can meet easily, like a piece of cake here around here. But what is not easy, it's going to take the top away from before, especially because they dominate the center of Kalahari in Refinery.
And now we have XD performing a different rotation than we are used to, not going for the north of the map and going for the Elephant Graveyard with the change of Debizada coming in
back
on the lineup. She's back indeed for this new attempt of XD of changing their situation. They are now being accosted by Furia and close to being left on the bottom of our rankings, Carol.
That's the very first time, actually, Marcelo, that we see that the ZNQ is starting the game and Debizada comes right after, right? But right now,
happens the other way around.
Yeah, that's the opposite. Huh?
No Bru coming in for Japa BKR.
Is that a newcomer?
And not also a newcomer. I miss No Bru a lot because his face on the booyah is just incredible.
The best one.
But Japa BKR leaving. We know that Mr. LBFF is not having an amazing season as of right now, but taking off their captain to bring Nobru, who is also a great experienced player with voice on Fluxo, but taking off Japa BKR, Carol.
It's like taking out Kronos to put Brabox. So
I almost spilled my drink over here. I was trying to hydrate a little bit and I almost spit my drink.
No, but it's true because Japa BKR, he's not only the captain of the Fluxo team, but he's also the best assistant. GodQ is doing a good job, but I still feel like the team depends a lot on Cias and Japa BKR. Of course, last weekend we watched a lot more coming from Fak. He's playing a lot better since last season, but I don't think that. I mean, I'm not going to say anything. Let's just watch the game and see what they have prepared for us. Because coming back to that talk where we are saying that they are trying new things for the finals, maybe that's are happening for Fluxo team as well.
Trying to get a different read on what's going on. Indeed, Carol, a good point, because teams are preparing themselves for the post-season, as we call, for the finals, and to get some maybe surprising moments on the finals. We know that although we spend the season preparing it, that could be all defined in a single day, right, Carol?
Yes, that can be definitely defined in one single day, as we check every single day the highlights of the day, the best team of the day, and teams that not getting booyahs, but getting great positions, get a better great performance. So let's see who is going to have a good performance in Kalahari, because this is the map that I feel doesn't take a lot of times to wars to happen, and watching Amazon Creeps, they are looking very strong today.
They are indeed looking strong today. I will have the confirmation on how many points Amazon Creeps has already scored for this day. They are with 35 points in 4 maps. It's a good average of almost 9 points per map. So, good day for the Amazon Creeps. And they're just distancing themselves a little bit from the players of XD. And they're starting to believe that they can be in the top 12.
Yeah, but look at here. In Kalahari, Los Grandes are one of the best teams. And 6 out of their 9 booyahs in LBFF history were made in Kalahari. So let's see if they can bring that great stuff in Kalahari right now.
And now we have the sights on B4, looking for the information on the players from Amazon Creeps. Iago is on the top of the refinery. They have information on Los Grandes, and they know that there is another team over there. And playing by the refinery, Carol, means that you need to be aware of all the sites all the time, right?
Yes, all the sites all the time, and not only focus down below, but I mean what surrounds them in the whole drop call. But I was bringing the information about Los Grandes being one of the best teams in Kalahari, but since the beginning of this season, their points have been passed out of 60 points. But right now, today is not the day for Los Grandes, and I'm happy I didn't cast the coach. I cast him for tomorrow, which gives me such a worry right now, and I don't know what is going to happen with my FF squad. But what can happen with Fury team, it is that this late rotation might be damage them to get inside of the safe zone.
I am happy with my FF squad today, I gotta say, because I have the coach Butter from SS Esports, who is performing well. I have Prozin, who is getting his kills as usual. Godkill also getting a few kills over there. Brenin getting a few kills here and there. VM7 getting a few kills here and there. Gusta getting a few kills here and there.
And not only the kills, but the damage counts,
damage,
right?
Of course, indeed. But I got this team today to get me the points on here and there. And tomorrow, my team is coming for the kill. But now we see that Furia is also coming for the kill on the players from XD. Luigi Natch rotating. He's there to aid Debzada with Brenin by his side. They have Angelo nearing the same spot over there as we see Real entering the fight and now going after Furia. Bielgad goes down and Furia is now in a sandwich between a rock and a hard place as we see Angelo showing up his face over there and taking damage. He's still taking damage, but now still rotating. While we have Brenin trying to gather some information. Angelo just healed himself over there. Furia is now with their 4 players standing once again. And we're reaching 8 minutes in the game played, Carol. And still no first blood as we had on the first Kalahari map of the day.
And actually, this is a fight that needed to happen in the favor of Fury team. So they need to be very good right now to wipe out the whole squad of XD and get their position in the table.
And now they are going to the top of that platform where XD is right now. They're controlling that platform. Memgad tries to go for the grenades.
Ooh.
He rotates. The ice helps him, but Prozin got to the spot. B4 is coming for the fight as well. Angelo puts Memgad down. The first blood is Memgad on the hands of Angelo, stealing the kill from Prozin. And Prozin just got that shot from far, far, far away. As we see Los Grandes also fighting against the Amazon Creeps. 2 players down from the Amazon Creeps squad and only 1 from Los Grandes. Debzada and Luigi Natch will be doing the front line for XD. As we see Debzada retreating once again, preparing herself to work on that fight. And Netshoes Miners going after the players from Loud. Netshoes Miners coming from the Booyah, trying to get some more points to be in a more comfortable position to finish this. AK1 got his sights on a player from Netshoes Miners, but did not go for the shots. Kronos now tries to break, guys. He has the Barret over there. We know that the Barret is like a good pickup line. It always breaks the ice. And now we have Will rotating. He will go for the front line. He tries to go jumping, and now he faces off against 3 players from Netshoes Miners. He got the time to retreat, got some help from Brabox. The 2 frontliners from Loud saving themselves up there. And as we see Kawan now helping Kronos put Sutrain Bebe to the floor. Once again, the grenade shots puts Field to the floor as well. Kronos getting 2 players down and getting the kills for Loud. Now Netshoes has only 2 players to fight, who are, it seems to me, Natividade and Hick still up for the fight. And as we saw, She's There also lost a player. It was Debzada that went back to the lobby, and Netshoes Miners took off to inside of the gas, Carol.
Netshoes Miners decided to retrieve. They saw that the number disadvantage would not help them at all, and that came in the right time for Loud.
That came in the right time for Loud, but that came also in the right time for She's There. Getting the rotation from players from Fúria. Belgod puts Brenin down. Triple kill. And finishes off Brenin, and now Angela and Wignet will have to retreat as well, Carol. Good fight from Fúria right now.
Definitely good fight for Fúria. They are showing up a lot more in our gaming. They are looking very strong, but right now they will have some trouble to leave the unsafe zone to get inside of the safe zone. And She's There will meet with the Real Esports that are killing a lot here today.
And now we see the fight between Amazon Creeps and Loud, but Loud now in a predicament because Kawan is down. He will have to be helped by Brabox out in the open. While we see Fúria going down back to the lobby in the 12th position. From Buia to bottom for the Fúria squad. Not from Buia to bottom, but from having a Buia today to the bottom. And now GL sends Kronos back to the lobby, and there's only Brabox and Kawan to fight for Loud. GL getting the shots out, doing a good job with the sniper, and now Amazon Creeps rotating, not waiting for Loud to finish that fight. As we see MTS put Cian to the ground. SS Esports were trying to get the best from Metagaming. 2 players from Metagaming are down already, and this has become a war zone over there, and the Metagaming squad will go down. MTS getting the points once again. 1 kill for him, 2 for Boot on, 1 for Phoenix. SS Esports doing it well. We saw Nobru getting a kill on VM7. And Prozin putting Moreira down with a bolovo, as we say here in Brazil. And now the fight goes on. Los Grandes joining the fight via pet. Tropa now trying to get the players from Los Grandes. We saw that Loud was sent back to the lobby. And now we have Killed holding the door for Tropa and waiting for Los Grandes to reposition to leave the ice. And we see Lobato over there. Tatu, I mean, going for Cias, getting the kill on Cias. And Nobru brings it back, putting Auto Boot down, putting Tatu down. And now getting the kills on the players from Real. Gus tries to go for the grenades. He knows that Juan and Lobato are over there. He tries to go for more grenades. Finally, Nobru is sent down, but Giga with an amazing shot on Gus. Los Grandes now has a problem because Giga is looking for the other players. MVR is there. He will break the ice to try to get some access to Gus. He takes a lot of damage. The AWM shot is heavy, is dangerous. It takes a lot of the HP from the players. And now we have Giga once again preparing for the strike for Tropa. Lots of players by the ruins. The safe zone closing to the ruins, leaving the center of the safe zone all inside of the gas. And Giga now has the information on the players of SS Esports. But lots of teams over there in the ruins. Tropa has a good positioning, but it seems that Giga will give up the position to go for the inside of the safe zone quickly and maybe try to get the position from the players from B4. Let's see if Lobato and Prozin will hold on. Lobato and Juan, I mean, will hold on for this positioning for B4. God kill goes down with the shots from Amuti. MTS puts Natividade down. He is doing an incredible job, and he gets hit down as well. And the Netshoes Miners are wiped out on the hands of the MVP, top of the list, who is MTS. Killed will put Angelo down. She is there, he's sent back to the lobby. After the rush from the players over there, and now we see Gus and Mamute trying to hold on to Los Grandes' last hope of light. B4 has two players, Juan and Lobato, holding B4 into the top 4. MTS puts Master down. I don't stop calling the name of MTS. It's just incredible. The guy does it all.
Yes.
Now with the sniper rifles, making it count. Mamute. He has Lobato by his side. Lobato goes for the bow shot. Mamute goes down. And Mamute will finish off Lobato. Showing some skill, but Juan will get the kill on Mamute and maybe save Lobato over there. He saved Lobato indeed. And Lobato now needs some help to use the medkit. He will not be able to. Salis will put him down, will get the kill, and B4 will go down in the 3rd position. Another good moment for the players from before, and now MTS gets the kill, gets the quadra kill on Salis, and Amazon Crips is just wiped out. It was just too easy. It was just too easy. It's a boo! Yeah! SS Esports! It was just too easy. The guys from Amazon Crips did an amazing job. We saw them celebrating on the screen because they got the 2nd position once again. They got the good number of kills, but it was too easy after MTS picked player after player after player after player after player. He did it all. He was just incredible. It's impossible to hold this man down when he is like this. 4 kills for MTS in this matchup, Carol. 7 for SS Esports and the double booyah in Kalahari. My God, it was so good that I casted Butter as my coach.
Yes, indeed, the double booyah came in by the hands of SS Sports, and that's not unusual thing for us here. We know that SS Sports is a very aggressive team. They signed their name because they really are good here. They finished this last match with 7 points for killing.
And look at the celebration.
And 12 points for the position. And of course, a beautiful celebration, Marcelo. Even us around here got a little bit confused who got the booyah, but we cannot doubt SS Sports. You guys are definitely the best ones here today.
We saw the gaming house for the players of Amazon Crips. They were celebrating a good result that they got getting to the 2nd position.
Once again, hitting the goalpost.
Hitting the goalpost once again, but when they got to the late stages of the game, it was easy for MTS. He had the position in the full squad. SS Esports had the total advantage, and we will have the highlights and the confirmation of the points of this match for you guys to see. 19 more points for SS Esports, 4 kills on MTS, and Amazon Crips with 15 points, before with 11, Carol.
But before is not only with 11 points. What I'm trying to say is that before keep being... I don't think we haven't seen them in the 2nd page of the points today. They are always in the top 5. In the top 3, in the top 5, they are keeping the solidness. They are keeping the consistency. They are doing the game of a champion, Marcelo. Let's see if they can apply the same game for the finals, because we know once you go to the finals, the points are 0. Of course, you have the points advantage to start, but they are doing an amazing job. We cannot say the same for Loud, who's were the run-upper to start the day. Probably SS Sports have already taken that place, or are
probably
or are very close. But Furia team having good positions today and back to the bottom with meta game.
And we'll check out the schedule, the standings. I mean, for you guys to understand the picture right now, SS Sports is in the 2nd position. They are 50 points behind before, but they started the day in the 10th position.
Yes.
And now they're in the 2nd position. It's incredible the day from SS Sports, but it's also incredible the day on B4. 62 points for B4 in 5 maps. Incredible day for B4. As Loud is not having a good day, Fluxo tried to balance a little bit, but Los Grandes also a good day by Los Grandes. Amazon Crips only 11 points behind the top 12, Carol.
Amazing stuff coming from Amazon Creeps. I started a focus on Trop, I started a focus on Fluxo team. I even said a little bit about the meta game, but what it is impresses me right now, it is SS Sports. The game coming from SS Sports and the game happening of Amazon Creeps and Real Sports as well. Amazing, excellent highlights that we are watching coming from these guys, especially those ones that are fighting to leave the relegation zone. They are doing an awesome job right now. Their mission is to be inside of the top 12 by the end, not only the end of the group phase, but today would be definitely an amazing opportunity, and Amazon Creeps can do that maybe with one more match, huh?
They still have the opportunity. If they repeat what they did in this matchup, they will be in the top 12. So let's see if Amazon Creeps is ready to take the next step. It's been great to watch the evolution from those guys, starting slow, getting to know what Serie A is all about, and now matchup after matchup, hitting the goalpost, getting to the second to the third position. Good results from Amazon Creeps, and we hope to see them in the finals, Carol. But we hope to see you after a quick break while we hydrate a little bit here to bring you guys the last map of the day. 1-9 is in the fight. He tries to go for the fight against Nitrox. Rigby is leading the charge. Our Stefan retreats and chases. He comes with the ball. He puts 1-9 down. Now he is side by head there, rushing Romeo, puts level up down, and Boldi will bring it back with R7! An amazing grenade by R7 saving, he gets the third thing down, and now there's only Shinez to fight for an trucks up 10. What a comeback by R7! Shinez uses the grenade to protect himself and he tries to run. He uses the ice, and now 1-9 goes after him. 1-9 goes down, and Shinez will go down. R7 gets the quadra kill. Quadra kill for R7, saving Bondi and saving every player on the team. We are back live to bring you guys the last map of the day. My throat just got a little rusty over here. Let me do this again. We are back live to bring you guys the last map of the day. It will be Bermuda, where we had the Booyah from before in our first rotation. And Carol right now, before is looking unstoppable.
Looking unstoppable. These guys are definitely unstoppable. SS Sports as well. As we check the game houses of these guys, they are preparing themselves for the last match of today, Marcelo. And lots of expectations, not only because it is Bermuda, but because it is the last match of Group C this weekend.
It's the last match for Group C this weekend indeed. Next weekend they are the hosts of the whole weekend. We'll get to see that after the matches today. We'll have the schedule coming on the screen for you guys to see. But Carol, I wanted to see more from Tropa. I wanted to see more from Metagaming, from Fluxo, and from Loud today.
Definitely, I want to see a lot more from these guys that came to play in one round. But also, I always have the expectations on the teams that have double rounds, because this is an excellent opportunity for them to open big gaps ahead of the other teams.
But you know who is opening a big gap?
Whoa.
Our plane from the floor, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, for the flight R9D6 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcel Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Indeed, we are dropping the last match of today. Welcome to our final destination, and let's figure it out what Amazon Creeps, Fluxo Team, Los Grandes, Netshoes Miners, SS Sports, XD, Before Furia, Metagaming, Loud Real Sports, and Tropa will prepare for us in this last match, because we already have Netshoes Miners engaging against Real Sports.
Now we have Real dealing with that Netshoes Miners approach, and it will be Tattoo who will get the first blood on Utrem. Utrem is now out of the game and will be only back if Netshoes Miners choose to play him once again in their next meeting. We see that Real will not go for the hangar position. They are rotating, they're leaving the hangar, trying to do an early rotation to the center of the map, Carol.
Which, as they should, even though you don't know how to figure it out where the late stages of the game will happen, it is always a wise choice to take that to the center of the map.
Substitution coming in Metagaming. Gimon's taking in the place of Nicolas. Metagaming experimenting with their roster, with their depth chart, bringing Gimons. They brought Nicolas. They have a great amount of players, a great amount of options, and they're experimenting over there, Carol.
A lot, Marcelo, indeed, especially because they are the leaders of the best round this season. So far, they are the only ones that reached the mark of 94 points in the round 2. And also they got the players that lead in a lot of specialities around here. Lost 21 leads their squad with kills, Yan with assistance, Kawe, it is the worst guy, and when I say the worst, it's because he's the best. He leads in damage. So Metagame got definitely a good squad and everything they needed to be fighting over the top in the final.
Let's see how Metagaming will fare off in this Bermuda map. Last season they were a good team in Bermuda as well as in Kalahari, and now we have this rotation from the players of XD getting to the Cape Town to a better position. Debzada still in the game. Good to see her playing today. The day where XD started with DZN kill, and now, Carol, the game seems to be a late game once again. It seems that the teams will just go for the studies in the early moments and then go for the fights. We see Sentosa with the Amazon Creeps. It seemed to me the Netshoes Miners just gave up on Sentosa because they were being amassed by Amazon Creeps over there.
As they should. Like you said, they were amassed. They were being destroyed by the hands of the newcomers. Amazon Creeps, they're having one of their best days so far, getting a lot of points for positions and showing up in the top 5 in a row in the day-to-day. But what I like the most in Bermuda, not only for the acknowledgement of these guys with the map, it is that the safe zone usually don't trick them. So when the safe zone is not tricking, give us the opportunity to see a completely vision of a good game of these guys, good strategies, good guns, and the usage of the ice walls, and we can learn also from their best game. And if the safe zone will shrink for the push knock side, Metagame for me have the best position.
Let's see if this will happen indeed. They are using the high ground, and now we saw that we might get some fights going on in that region, and Metagaming is indeed trying to get some shots out to see if they can put some damage onto the players that are a little bit far, but that can still give them some trouble. We know that Tropa is behind them with an even higher ground. And now we see B4 going for the players of Netshoes Miners. Prozin gets the kill on field. Netshoes Miners losing players for B4 right now. A fight happening out in the open, as we see B4 using the watchtower to protect themselves. And I don't know if the Netshoes Miners have the information or have coverage for them to fight this fight, Carol.
And we gotta point it out that even though we are watching this team that you just said, Esports, it is the second best one in LBFF this season in Bermuda. And they got the MTS, they're destroying as well. So let's see if we are going to have a triple booyah. That only happened once last season for Esports, but this season happened a break record coming from before.
We had a quadra booyah indeed, and once again now we have Tropa dealing with Fluxo. Those two teams are meeting a lot, and now Fluxo with Nobru and not Chapa BKR going for the fight, but Giga already put Cias to the floor, and now he rotates. He tries to go for Nobru on the floor, as we see Amazon Crips showing up to steal some kills in that fight. We see GL, Master, GG, Salis coming in for this fight. Spill just puts Nobru down, and now he has to reposition because Amazon Crips are showing up dangerously from behind. Once again, Killed leading the rush, and he with Spill gets the double kill on the players from Fluxo to send Fluxo back to the lobby in an awful day for the team led by Nobru. GG, Master, and Salis and GL are coming in. GG just puts a nice kappa on Spill. Nice headshot from GG to put Spill on the ground. And the grenades from Killed trying to hold on the players from Amazon Crips now are not enough. GG will get the confirmation of the kill against Spill. And now Salis is rotating to try to get Tropa in there during their rotation. Outside of position, Amazon Crips are forcing Tropa out of Poshinok. We see GL tries to get the shots, and he puts some damage on Killed. Now he's rotating, going for Moreira. Once again, a good job by Amazon Crips surrounding their opposition. And GL forced the movement ahead, where Master was ready with the grenade. He rotates, gets a good shot on Giga with the Babao, and Tropa will be destroyed by the Amazon Crips. Amazon Crips with 5 points and a swiping out of Tropa, destroying Tropa with only the squad wipe of Fluxo on their hands, Carol.
No, my goodness, my FF squad is crying right now. Why? In the other hand, I'm very happy to see Amazon Crips engaging in fights that they are winning, Marcelo. They had such a hard time to start this season, and today, by far, it is the best day for them.
And it was a good strategy to see. They left GL behind, forcing the players to run for the front of the houses, where the other three players were expecting for them. Master, GG, Salis, they had a good positioning, just waiting for the players from Tropa to show up. Great strategy, as we see the rotation from Sentosa to Poshinok, the rotation that the Amazon Crips got. And now they have control of Poshinok. They can get into that city and take control, and let's see how this zone will close up, because if it closes to Poshinok, it's an amazing opportunity for the Amazon Crips. Let's check this out. It is to north of Poshinok. It didn't help them. However, who is in a good position right now is Loud indeed. SS Esports is in a good position. Before in an amazing position. Metagaming, XD, Furia, and the remaining players of Netshoes Miners, Los Grandes. Lots of teams nearing that safe zone, Carol.
It's still on time to have a double booyah. We already had from Esports today, maybe a triple booyah, but a double booyah come from Netshoes Miners before. And Furia, who knows? The crowd, I think this is the same safe zone that we had in the first map of Bermuda in the Mazak.
It's similar indeed. And now we have MVR fighting for Los Grandes, trying to get the information on the players from Loud. Gus taking lots of damages. He's forced inside of the building to get some healing. And now we have Mamute going over, trying to get some shots out. Gus sends the grenade in, tries to get better box. And more grenades coming in from Gus. He's doing a good job throughout the season with the grenades, but not in this fight. Mamute, he rotates. Loud is now in control of that space, and Kawan will put Mamute down with a great grenade shot onto him. Cebolinha is going over for the heal. The grenades are coming in, and the rush is coming in. Brabox gets Cebolinha, but Cebolinha puts Will down to the floor. Brabox will now try to help Will, and he will be put down by MVR. Cebolinha is coming. They guarantee the 2 kills. Now Kawan has the grenades. He will try to get the kill on Mamute and Cebolinha. MVR will go down. There's only one player to fight for Los Grandes with Gus. Gus puts Kawan down. Now it's a mano a mano. Kronos will go down, and there is only one player to fight for Loud, who is Kronos, against one player from Los Grandes with Gus. Shots coming from both sides because Netshoes, Miners, and one more team are getting into this fight. Kronos, he rotates. He tries to find information on Gus. Now he enters the house. Gus hears his movement, and he will go for inside of the house. He has the eyes to protect himself, and he has the sight on Kronos. And Kronos knows that he was spotted, and he will try a different strategy right now. He goes near the bottom of the stairs where Gus is, but Gus is now playing for the farthest side of the stairs, as we see Hick and Natividade, the last remaining players from Netshoes Miners, also rotating to the same spot, trying to get into that fight as well, Carol.
Yeah, and if I thought that would be easy for Netshoes Miners get a double booyah, right now is not. Maybe that dream is a little bit far because they are down to 2 number disadvantage with still 10 teams alive.
And now we have the rotation. Kronos gets a good shot on Gus, but does not eliminate him. And now Gus will have to heal. Let's see if he has med kits for him to heal while Kronos tries to rotate. We know that the ice is dominating the house. If Kronos tries to go over Gus, and he will get Gus going out. Bad movement from Gus.
Look at that.
And he goes for the dance. I cannot look at it very much because he's dressed as a clown, and I am scared of clowns.
You're scared of clowns? That's not a clown. Think about like La Casa de Papel, for example.
I hate La Casa de Papel.
Me too.
I hate La Casa de Papel because everybody is dressed in masks and looking like clowns.
That's funny.
I am panicked by clowns.
What is in panic right now? It is the rotation of Furia, Marcelo.
Let's see how this will go on because they are out in the open and they have to deal with the remaining players from Netshoes Miners. 2 players still remaining for the Netshoes Miners alive. They were Hick and Natividade, and Furia chose not to fight, as we see Hatin using the dinosaur clothes and going for the rotation. Real and Amazon Creeps also fighting on the other side of the map, and Real got the first kill on the players from Amazon Creeps. Amazon, who now has 5 points, 5 kills on their hands after the wipeout from Tropa, now dealing with an outstanding Real playing today, Carol.
An outstanding Real, definitely, and I'm really enjoying the day for Amazon Creeps, for Esports, Fury team. Probably they are having one of the best days. In the other hand, we cannot say the same for XD. And what kind of cloth is that? It is a towel?
What is this? This looks like a towel indeed. Hick will get the kill on Kronos, and Loud is back on the lobby. 8 teams remaining, 29 players, 15 minutes of good free fight played in Bermuda. Furia rotating from behind XD. This might be dangerous for XD, but also for Furia. We know that SS Esports is holding that door, and now Furia might be in a predicament as well as XD. BLGod now healing a little bit to get a good positioning. We see Tatu also getting some kills on the players from Metagaming, but Ian bringing it back. Ian killing himself with the grenade launcher, and now Metagaming in a predicament in this fight. Master gets 2 kills. He steals the kills in that fight. Amazon Creeps doing well the job of stealing kills, and now Furia is going after the players from XD. The grenade launcher shots coming in. Gustav puts Luignats down with the mini grenade launcher. Brenin is inside, and another time the mini grenade launcher putting Brenin down, but she's there, will be wiped out because Rick got one of the kills, and now they got the kill on Gusta. Real Esports is wiped out in the 7th position, and we see Furia, and she's there going out of the match. Now Metagaming is out in the open using the eyes to protect themselves. Let's see if SS Esports will go for that fight. Some grenade launcher shots coming in. Phoenix puts Yan down. One more grenade from MTS getting in. Brozin and Lobato gets kills. 4v4 to send them back to the lobby. Furia is also back in the lobby. Natividade holding on for the Netshoes Miners. Still up there, Natividade and Rick holding on, sending the Netshoes Miners to the 3rd position at least. 3 teams and 9 players still remaining. MTS with the grenades. He's trying to cook the best grenade possible. And now Brozin is going after him. Lobato is rushing. I mean, he was trying to get to Brozin, but Lobato rushed on MTS, could not get the kill. And now Jubinha is there to protect the Grenadier. 3 players still standing 4v4. 2 players for Netshoes Miners. 4 players for SS Esports with the numbers advantage. Once again, SS Esports getting to the end of the game. Boot on. He goes for the double vector, but Brozin will send him to the floor. Good job by the remaining players of B4. Grenades coming in from MTS, dealing lots of damage to Lobato. Brozin gets the kill on Boot on. And now SS Esports has 3 players to fight. Natividade puts Phoenix down and gets another kill for Netshoes Miners. This could open a space for B4 to get the double booyah. Good job by B4 keeping the 3 players still alive. 6 kills for them. Going for the grenades on MTS. Brozin is the one going for the grenades. He got 5 kills. MTS now leaves the ice and takes a kappa, a headshot by Iago. And the damage is down. The damage is high, and Iago is now rotating. Lobato with Brozin. MTS goes down because of the safe zone, and he will be sent back to the lobby by Rick. What are the Netshoes Miners remaining players doing? Rick and Natividade keeping the team alive and getting points. SS Esports will go down. Now B4 has to deal with Rick and Natividade. Iago is on the floor. Brozin and Lobato using the ice. Natividade rotates. He's an amazing player, and he dealt damage to Lobato. Lobato tries to bring in the Babao. Rick puts Lobato down. Can this be an amazing booyah for Netshoes Miners? Oh my god! Brozin, he tries to come, and it's a booyah! Netshoes Miners! Put it on the hands of Rick and Natividade! They held themselves up throughout the whole game all by themselves and did not hide. They went for the kills, and Netshoes Miners finish up with a double booyah and 8 points for kills in this matchup, Carol!
Marcelo, I was so wrong when I said the dream to get a double booyah today for Netshoes Miners were so far away because they were down to 2, but I forgot they were down to 2 and amazing and experienced players over here. They waited the right time. They waited for B4 and SS Sports engage before wipe out the last 2 players of SS Sports, and then they came. Even though in number disadvantage, they wipe out the monster B4 team and got a double booyah. Finished the day with a double booyah from SS Sports, and right now Netshoes Miners, the Kala Miners, right now looking very strong in Bermuda.
The Burr Miners.
The Burr Miners.
The Burr Miners.
Respect.
Now, respect the Burr Miners. 2 booyahs for them in Bermuda today, and as we saw as well, 2 booyahs in Kalahari for SS Esports. But what a great day SS Esports had today. What a great day B4 had today. Netshoes Miners. Those 3 teams closed up the last match of the day, and probably will close up on the top of the standings for the day. We have a few more teams trying to get there, but teams that scored well today will get the confirmation of the points coming up on the screen for you guys with the highlights. But Carol, what an incredible end of day in this matchup.
Yes, definitely. Right now, Netshoes Miners getting 20 more points for them. That will help them a lot. But if we were saying about a lot of points, B4 probably will be among one of the best teams of the day, Marcelo, because I don't remember at all of B4 being the left in the other side of our points over here. They were always showing up in the top 12, in the second place, sorry, in the top 3, in the second place, in the top 5. That's amazing stuff happening from them. But Amazon Creeps, I mean, I gotta point it out. I gotta point it out that today were only few teams that had a bad day, because most of the teams had a very average day or good day, right?
But we gotta say, Amazon Crips did not have an average day. They had an incredible day.
The best day maybe for them.
Probably their best day in Serie A history. Fúria also had a good day. SS Esports with an amazing day. Real, surprisingly great day from Real. There are a few teams that had bad days. XD, Fluxo, and Loud, and Tropa were poor today.
And if we are talking about history, Marcelo, I gotta say that's the very first time in Netshoes Miners history they get a double booyah. So congratulations for them.
Nice that that one I was not aware of. Netshoes Miners getting their first double booyah in the history here in LBFF. And as we see the end of the matchup with the fight going on between Netshoes Miners, and what impresses me the most, Carol, is that they finished the game with Rick and Atividade alive. They were left out with only 2 players in the first battle of the matchup, and Rick and Atividade held on to it up until the end of the match and both finished the match alive. Let's check out the standings as we have the confirmation of the booyahs coming on the screen for you guys. Let's check out the standings before going for over 400 points as you predicted, Carol. SS Esports finishing up the day in the 2nd position. Los Grandes and Tropa getting into the top 6. Metagaming with a poor day could not leave Corinthians behind in the 7th position. And Amazon Crips inside of the top 12.
I gotta clap my hands for these guys because they did it. They are back inside of the top 12. They can breathe a little bit, Marcelo, because today was the day for them to be back in the game, to connect to their best game. Even though they haven't get any booyah, them and XD, of course, they did it. That's their mission, to be back inside of the top 12, to go to the finals, and maybe, who knows, win this competition. Anything is possible when you are in the finals, but also Real Esports, and say it, please.
And this is amazing because this is a real picture of the standings. Now, all teams has the same number of matches played. If I'm not mistaken, 36 matches for each team. So this is an accurate picture of who is fighting and where each of the teams are fighting. We started last weekend with Amazon Crips inside of the relegation zone, fighting to not be directly sent to Serie B. If the season ended up right now, they would be in the finals.
Yes, definitely, Marcelo. That's an amazing picture that we have of our standings right now, SS Sports. And just pointed out one thing about Loud. Loud, they have ups and downs always in a row. That's happening a lot, and they can close in one day so good, and another day, another round, they go really bad or they go very average, and they keep losing their position. And maybe that's explain why they are the runner-ups, because in one day they can be the runner-ups, the other day where they can win, they cannot connect. They quite cannot connect to their game.
So if Loud was not the best team of the day, who was? Let's check this out on the screen for you guys.
I have no idea.
To see SS Esports with 82 points. My FF squad thrives right now, Carol.
Oh my goodness, Marcelo is really happy over here, and I'm really happy to see this team that led us season after season, the winners of the the 4th season, the 3rd season, and the 4th season Fluxo team, of course. But 82 points, a massive amount of points. They haven't reached the 94 points of metagame, but what it's been crazy, not only the points, it is the kills, the eliminations by the hands of MTS.
15 for him, probably will be on the highlights of the day, but good job by Butch on Fênix and Jubinha, bringing some kills as well, Carol. And we have the highlights of the day coming on the screen for you guys to check this out. Amazon Crips, the team that killed the most in the day.
Beautiful, beautiful. And individual kills, of course, MTS, not of course, but MTS. And I'm very surprised to see Prozin. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm very surprised to see Prozin, because we haven't seen that before. We're in lots of times in a row in our top 3, in our top 5, but we couldn't see who were the most kill who was getting the most kills.
It was pretty split between Iago, Lobato, and Prozin. The three were getting that many kills. Juan was bringing up some kills, but look at the points from before. One Booyah, 78 points. Great job. And Amazon Creeps, we know that they ain't got no Booyahs. They only have 100 kills, 35 coming up today. But they are inside of the top 12, even though they don't get Booyahs. Even though they are not a team that kills a lot, they're going for the positions, Carol.
That's amazing. I'm very impressed by their performance here today, and I'm very proud of Amazon Creeps to leave the relegation zone and showing up in the highlights of the day today.
And let's see who shows up as well in the list of the kill leaders that will be coming on the screen for you guys. Oh my god, MTS
64. Now, Marcelo, now it's going to be a mission way harder to reach the points of MTS.
Oh my god, it's just incredible. He's 12 kills ahead of Gilad and Vitin XP. This is just mad.
Insane.
This guy is so consistent in getting kills. Good for Natividade showing up on the list as well in the 5th position. But it's just too strong, MTS.
Yeah, and Gilad could have been the same right now. He could be maybe tied with MTS because they played the 6 matches, and he was, if I'm not mistaken, he was close of MTS. But still, Marcelo, MTS, he's doing his best game, and I waited that by the end of the season it can be fair again, because he's doing an amazing job.
It's just incredible for us to see what this guy is doing. He was the runner-up last season, and now he wants the crown. Let's check out the schedule for you guys to know which teams will be playing tomorrow, since we have 6 more maps of Free Fire coming up tomorrow for you. Groups B and A, Carol, holding up the show throughout the day.
Nice stuff. So Group B, home team, we already know Amazon Creeps, Fluxo, Los Grandes, Netshoes, Miners, Esports, and XD will confronting tomorrow Bone Team, the best team of our season, but so far having find themselves in a real trouble. Team Cold Assaulted and Corinthians will come to contest the top 3 tomorrow. Nitrox, Top 10, TSM, and Vivocade will try to not to fall to the access group or to the relegation zone. So a lot of stuff will happen tomorrow, Marcelo. That is important for them to also have the picture of our standings.
And the picture that we have is that right now Amazon Creeps is in, Nitrox Top 10 is out. So please follow us at FF Esports BR all around the network and the social media. Carol, thank you once again for being by my side in this amazing day of Free Fire.
Thank you so much, you guys, for joining us here today. Tomorrow is still a lot of action to happen, so be here with us today, and I see you guys later.
In the same time, at the same channel, we'll be here waiting for you with more Free Fire. So let's hit the skies, because tomorrow there will be more Free Fire. It's time to drop. I see you tomorrow.